Hello, one and all, to the June Zoom 3 Dashing Destiny finale. Now, before I say even a word further, I'm gonna clarify that this entire video is completely unscripted. I don't have anything planned. I actually haven't looked at many of your comments yet. And for those of you that are confused what this is, a couple weeks ago I sent out something called the June Zoom 3 checkpoint, where I asked you and all the commenters to submit different kinds of comments on what kind of videos you would like to see from me in the future, and I would answer those comments or answer those kinds of ideas, give like a nutshelled versions of those ideas in this June Zoom 3 Dashing Destiny finale. So if that sounds crazy, it should be. So like if you commented back then about me to give my opinion on something, I'm going to give you my opinion in a very nutshelled way. Now, what this also does is kind of gives me some ideas for the future after the finale. So maybe a few weeks from now, you might actually see one of your ideas here be fully fleshed out, instead of me giving a 5 to 10 second summary on how I felt about it or other kinds of stuff like that. Now, one thing I do want to mention, I do have a few thoughts before we actually start this. One is that this video isn't monetized at all. I don't expect this video to get big or anything. This is literally just for anyone who's already been subscribed, anyone who's kind of been with us on the journey as we've gone through growing this channel, and I really appreciate you guys. So if there's any ads on this, it's probably because I messed up somewhere along the editing and put in like an anime clip that like got like struck down, or it's like, oh, we have to monetize this in order for you to like not have your video get removed. If that's the case, then I apologize, but I'm not monetizing this or doing anything like that. So that's one of the things. Second thing is, let's be honest, this June Zoom 3 wasn't the absolute best it could have been. I feel like it started out very strong. I still think I prefer it over the first June Zoom I did, because I think that the videos overall came out at a higher quality than some of the June Zoom videos of the first one, which was in 2020. Where I did some of these one takes that were a little shoddy and they weren't the absolute best, but I am really proud of some of the videos I released this month. And what ended up happening, for those of you that haven't seen the community posts, is my left arm got injured. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Maybe I slept on it wrong. There wasn't a moment where like a sharp pain happened or I bumped it or I did some huge exercise. I was just chilling one day and my left arm was like, welp, I guess I'm gonna head out, right? And it just started hurting. It was like my upper left arm. And over the course, I rested it. I did make some videos and I was a little frustrated, but I waited some days and it started healing. And then I started feeling bad because I'm like, come on, man, this is June Zoom. So that's why I decided to finish up Mario Party 6's streams, which you could still view on the channel, by the way. I didn't add them to the June Zoom playlist because they weren't technically a video upload, it was a live stream. So although I could have just streamed to make up for June Zoom, and like kind of played it off as, oh, they're videos technically, I didn't really want to do that. I felt like that wouldn't really be fair to you guys. So I decided to like kind of cut that off. And of course, there are some June Zoom videos that I did want to end up getting around to. One video in particular I do want to bring some attention to, because it is something I promised, and I feel like leaving it off for so long is a bit disingenuous, or irresponsible, I think is a better word for it. Is I did a challenge where I played 4 Mario Party games at the same time, and I said that if I didn't win at least 2 of them, I believe, that I would make a video praising Paper Mario Sticker Star, right? That was a promise I had made, and I said that the video would be completely genuine praise. Now, I'm gonna have to clarify something on that. Because over time, I've kind of realized that there are people who genuinely like the game and do feel close to the game. And I feel like if I were to make a video on Paper Mario Sticker Star of me genuinely praising it, when I completely do not feel that way in the slightest about it, I feel like those people who do enjoy the game, seeing that kind of video from me, I feel like it's going to kind of be a stab in the back a little bit. Because, like, can you imagine watching, a video of someone you like defending a game that you've liked for so long, just to find out by the end of the video, oh, they were lying the entire time. They actually hated the game. From my perspective, I feel like I'd feel pretty bad about that, right? Now, that isn't to say that I'm canceling making a Sticker Star video altogether, but I'm going to take away the stipulation. I'm sorry about it, but I'm going to take away the stipulation on the future Sticker Star video of me being entirely positive about it. Because that's what I promise. I promise, okay, guys, I hate Sticker Star. I'm going to make a pure Sticker Star video, right? Where it's just complete, like, positivity whatsoever, I'm not gonna go back on any of it, and I'm gonna retract that statement. I'm still going to make a Sticker Star video, but I'm not gonna be entirely positive about it. I'll try to find, see some of the good in it, and I do have some thoughts to say on it that I don't feel like have been said before on that game, as much coverage as there's been on it. So I hope you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from with that. That's just kind of my new perspective on it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me about that. Now, let me see if there's anything else in my head right now. If there are any cuts during this video, it's not necessarily because I did a retake or anything, or because I prepared a response, unless one of the comments says so. It's mainly because I need to get like a drink of water or something. Who knows, I might just drink water and do whatever, right? Because again, this video is for you guys. I'm not expecting this video to get super big or whatever, so I'm sure you guys are okay with just chilling here and listening to me candidly talk about all these different kinds of comments. Now, I have to say, there were like over 1,100 comments. I think the exact amount is 1145, so 1,145 comments, give or take a few. Maybe I might come across one here that is like really sus, if you will, that I might have to get rid of because, I can't really show that on YouTube. But before I do any editing here, it's 1,145, and that's a lot. So this video, I don't know how long it's going to be. If you want my estimation, I'm going to estimate that this video is going to be like 2 hours, 30 minutes to 2 hours, 40 minutes after I'm done editing it, right? So it's gonna be a lot. So, like I said before, I'm going to go through every single one of your comments. If there are repeats, I'm going to kind of try to nutshell my thoughts previously, and then we're going to move on. So, let's just get started. And the comments do not go in order of like when you guys posted it, by the way. That would just make it even more complicated. And I'm not going to bunch comments together like I did last time, because that would just take an absurdly long time. So let's just start it here. I'm not going to say the name of each person. They're already there. I'm just going to respond to it. Feel free to pause if you'd like to go, if you would like to read whoever submission it is. And I hope you guys enjoy my answer to each of your submissions if you had left a comment. If you don't see a comment, by the way, last little thing, if you do not see your comment here, it's because either you posted it after the deadline, right? You broke one of the rules, which is your profile icon was not safe for work, your name was not safe for work, or you asked more than one question. Okay, so it's one of those things. If I genuinely didn't get to you or whatever, for whatever reason, then that means YouTube flagged your comment for something that you said. It might have been an accident flag, in which case, I'm sorry about that, dude. It's unfortunate. I have over 1,000 comments I have to look at here. So if your comment wasn't really gotten to, comment down below, and I'll answer you in text. That's the best I can do with that, so I apologize if that ends up being an issue. Alright, we're gonna start here. My vid suggestions: if you could add any new power-up into a Mario game, what would it be? So, I have actually thought about this before. I would like kind of a Celeste kind of power-up, if you've ever seen that game, indie game, where Mario can boost in any direction. I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be kind of like electricity mushroom, maybe? Like a shock mushroom, where Mario grabs it and maybe there's like electricity flowing around him, so he's able to like jump, and then his second jump would be more like a dash, like diagonal, horizontal. Maybe he can dash upwards, dash to the left, and he's able to kill an enemy while doing it. So maybe think of it like the flame shield from Sonic 3, but you have a lot more control over it and you can do it in any direction. Maybe you wouldn't be able to go as far in distance. So something like that I think would be pretty cool. Talk about the game you've always wanted to gush about but never found a way to do so. I think this was a question I saw in the very first June Zoom. There is a game called Vex, which was made by like Acclaim Entertainment or something like that. They're shut down now. I really enjoy it, and I do plan on making a video on it at some point. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about it so that people would get like reeled into it, because I don't want to make a big long video on Vex, right? Sounds like I'm making a Scott the Woz reference with Gex, but no, Vex. It was released for PlayStation 2, I believe Xbox, and the GameCube. I know for sure it was out for GameCube. But feel free to look up some gameplay for it. I think it's a really, really severely underrated platformer that I just do not see people talk about at all. I played it when I was a kid, and I think it's very solid, so I do plan on getting to that at one point. Level analysis on Sonic 06. Okay, this is an interesting one, because Sonic 06, as most people can agree, isn't like the best well-developed game, but its level design is actually kind of decent. It's just that Sonic moves in a really weird way, so this is something worth looking forward to in the future. The history of Mario Kart stats. I don't think I'm super well equipped to handle something like this, because I haven't played every Mario Kart game in its entirety and like done all the different 150 cc's, all the different kinds of characters. It's something I could do if I had the same amount of knowledge as I do on Mario Kart as I do Mario Party, but I could see myself asking around to some Mario Kart professionals getting their opinions to do a video like this. I think it's an interesting one. The many routes of the Goopy Inferno. Now, the Goopy Inferno is a shine sprite, a shine mission from Super Mario Sunshine where there's lava everywhere, and there are so many ways to complete this shine. It's actually crazy. So I think this is a good one because you can like jump off a tree, you can like use the water to get rid of it, you can like jump off some of the bubbles. You know, there's a lot of interesting ways, so I think it's a good idea. A tier list of all the Mario and Luigi Bros moves. This is a really good one. I wonder if Tier List Maker actually has something like that. I think that'd be interesting to do. Maybe not for a video, but for a stream, right? Because some of these the tier list ideas I think are better for like live streaming stuff, so I can actually talk about it with like the people in the chat, so we can everyone can kind of come to a consensus on it. Every Mario Party dice block is created equal, you can't ask me to rate it. Studying the biology of Isle Delfino enemy variants. I'm pretty sure Bowser Jr. created them all, but I do think it'd be interesting to see like how the different limbs and stuff change from enemy to enemy. Ranking the Mario Party series boards by how good of a place to live they'd be. Oh my gosh, that'd be really cool actually. Imagine living on Waluigi's Island, now that would be kind of terrifying. Oh Jesus. I'm pretty sure that every character in Mario Party, at least in Mario Parties 1 through 7, has the same hitbox. I've done a lot of testing on that on varying minigames, although the character that best fits the hitbox that the game gives them is Mario or Luigi. The character that's a little awkward in terms of hitbox, in terms of visuals, right? I'm pretty sure the hitbox itself is the same. In terms of visuals, I think Waluigi's a little rough, or DK, because they don't really fit it as well, so you might feel like you got hit by something, even though, you know, you didn't. Cover a game outside the usual remit, so yeah, like Vex from earlier, I think that'd be a good choice. So you want my opinions on different kind of Mario Kart courses that I would like to see return, and you do clarify that I have made a video like this before, but you'd like to see an updated version, because the one I currently have out right now says slightly outdated, so I totally understand that. I do want to make an updated version on that in the future. If I can make my own Mario Party game, what would it be like? This is such a loaded question, and I'm sure that there's going to be more comments in the future asking this, but one of the main things I would like to see from a Mario Party game, like mechanic-wise, I would like to see kind of a gravity system. I think that would be kind of cool, where gravity is kind of like pulling your characters down, which makes your dice block rolls a bit lower, or if the gravity is a bit lighter, which means that you roll further. I think that could be kind of an interesting mechanic to play with, or different items that like, you know, increase or reduce the gravity of different kinds of areas. Maybe you can have like different events on the board in relation to them. It's something that I've kind of been thinking about, but I'd have to just get it out of my brain and really flesh it out in order for it to not sound, well, dumb. Analyzing the Sonic Adventure 2 level select screen is actually something I have been planning on doing, and it was actually one of the ideas I wanted to do during this June Zoom, but now that you commented it, I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do the idea anymore, because now it would look kind of weird. And my arm was hurting anyways, but this is a good idea, so I'll just credit you anyways, alright? When I eventually make the video about like analyzing the level select screen in Sonic Adventure 2, take pride in yourself, okay? A third Mario Galaxy. I don't know if I want a third one. You know, like, I love sequels to games that I've, you know, enjoyed and stuff, but I feel like Galaxy 2 kind of already did that job, you know? Like, it's already expanded on the gravity mechanics. We already got Yoshi. We already kind of got this level select area. We have over 250 stars, like, in the Mario Galaxy kind of scenario. If I want a sequel to something, I want a sequel to Sunshine again, man. Or maybe a sequel to Odyssey or something, where it's able to kind of fix the problems I have with it, like the world's not being super believable in universe, not realistic and believable, of course, which I should make as a video in the future, the difference between realism in a game and believability in universe. But yeah, I feel like Galaxy's kind of already had its time. I would prefer, aside from a sequel to any of those games, just something new again, you know? I don't need a sequel to Sunshine, I don't need a sequel to Odyssey. I would just like a new 3D Mario with a brand new idea, just like what Odyssey did, and it enraptured me. Similar to the level map from Sonic Adventure 2, kind of the connections between them, like the connections between the stages in them, I do want to do in a video. If I analyze the different Chow events, I certainly wouldn't call it Identify and Luck. Like, if I were to do another Identify and Luck series, it would have to be on something that actually is worthy of, you know, having its luck identified. Like a game where it feels very luck-based, but it actually isn't. I would never shoehorn Identify and Luck before a series of mine, right? If I didn't feel like that series didn't actually earn the Identify and Luck title like Mario Party does. But I do think analyzing the different Chao stuff is interesting. Ranking every Mario Kart item in this series, I just put the spiny shell on top. I love the spiny shell so much, dude. Like the one from 8's pretty good. The one from Double Dash, I like the sound it makes, and it just completely blows you up and has a cutscene out. That's on top. Everything else, screw 'em. I'm a firm believer that no series could possibly get stale if the right creator's behind it. So if I were to give you an example on what I would do with 2D Mario, is I would throw Wario and Waluigi in there, man. I'm sick of this. Make it so Mario plays like he normally does. Give Luigi back his uniqueness in terms of his like little like hover scuttle or whatever he does, right? The little Yoshi thing he does, and his traction. Bring Wario in, make him play like Wario Land. Like, screw it, right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Bring in Yoshi, make him play like Yoshi's Island, you know? I think that we have enough 2D Mario games where you can bring in characters and have their own little spin and own little mechanics on that, and then design the levels around them. Shadow Story and SA2, yeah, I could do that. Oh yeah, the whole goo and like all the like the oily painting stuff being similar is something interesting. I think there's a theory on that. Try looking it up, like the goop theory or the goo theory. I'm pretty sure there's something on that. Angel Island does deserve a breakdown. I do think I'll get to that in the future. Oh, doing real world measurements would be tough, but yeah, like the different heights of the characters. Is Luigi the highest jumper? I'm not really sure. I guess that's what that kind of video would be about, huh? I do want to connect all the courses with one another in Double Dash. I actually haven't played Luigi's Mansion 2 yet. I might do that on stream, but I'll think about it if I enjoyed the game enough. I guess he died, dude. The Pianta's dead. I'm sorry. I haven't played Super Rush. Frankly, it didn't really interest me enough. Sorry, dude. I think at least for the Switch, the WarioWare game for the Switch kind of suits it decently well. I feel like Nintendo's kind of dropped the ball in general with not really using the Joy-Cons like functionality to their best with some of their games, and WarioWare could kind of show that off. But in general, I think WarioWare has been pretty good about it. This sounds fun. I'm mainly a Mario guy, I'm gonna be honest, so it may not be the most interesting thing. Maybe if it was from like anime I've seen or stuff, it'd be a little bit more interesting, but it could be fun. Maybe having like some cabin in Maple Treeway, I think that would be really, really nice. Like if I have access to internet and I can maybe shoot out of a cannon to like the grocery store and then come back, having a place right in Maple Treeway sounds like a delight. I actually don't know too much about Toda. I don't even remember what's the first game that Toda was in. It certainly wasn't Double Dash. It had to have been earlier, right? I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, I really do need to do an Ace Attorney thing. That was like one of the reasons why I streamed the games in the first place. Oh man, I should do that. The designs of Mario enemies, no man, I have thought about this before because I think that they're pretty wacky, and I do think that they deserve to be compared to one another. I personally disagree with the idea that neoclassical games, as you've called them, such as New Super Mario Bros., should be judged on their own merit, right? Because I think it should be judged based on what it changes from the past, at least a little bit. Because theoretically, if the New Super Mario Bros. Continued and there was like New Super Mario Bros. 51, right? And then it expands upon the 50th iteration, which expanded upon the 49th, which expanded upon the 48th, and so on and so forth. Are we really going to judge New Super Mario Bros. 51 as its own standalone thing and say, yes, it's better than all the 51s that came before it because it has more than it? I don't know. I think that's a little much, right? I feel like judging a game just specifically standalone without any kind of perspective on what came before it and what actually built up to it, I wouldn't really personally do that. I do like neoclassical games, right? But I would only take them so far, because the New Super Mario Bros. Series, as it stands right now, hasn't really changed enough to capture my interest. And like I said before, I'd throw in Wario, Waluigi, some new powers to kind of keep things a bit more interesting. Oh, definitely Delfino Pier. I love that. I love that battle track with the water raising and stuff. Who in the Mario world is making the Paper Mario books? That's interesting. Is it Eldstar? I'd like to think it's Eldstar, like the first Star Spirit. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. It'd have to be someone that's kind of like more of a spectator, or it might just be Miyamoto. I like that you're asking this because it's totally in line with some of the videos I've made in the past with how some things are interesting to eat and stuff, and you're right, I should make a video on this. I haven't gotten around to playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land, although I do own the game, and I do plan on playing it soon. Oh, I love some game over themes, like Mega Man 3's game over theme, which is just kind of like jolly, or Mario's game over theme, which is a little more sad. I really love how they kind of play with the player in that regard. Probably, yeah, it would have to be Smash Ultimate's like the Everyone Is Here trailer. Like, Smash just absolutely crushed it, and I lost my mind when everyone was there. Like, doing analysis on that and just figuring out how they delivered the information would be kind of a cool thing to do. These games aren't. Look, just because you say that I should do a video idea does not mean I will say your opinion as though it's my own. Screw you, dude. They are not good games. Haven't played Dark Souls before, but I would love to analyze the boss structure of them because it looks really cool, like the way that they interact both when you play melee and when you play range. I think it'd be a really nice game to go into. If I end up not making an identifying look for Mario Party 8, I do think it would be cool to kind of dive into some of the boards that I do find more interesting than others, such as Koopa's Tycoon Town. Or Koopa Tycoon Town. Look, man, if they said it tastes like honey, it tastes like honey regardless of the color. So, I mean, I guess that's just how it is. Like, sometimes you'll, like, taste something and, like, the color will match what it tastes like. But if they say it tastes like honey, like, what? Are we gonna say it tastes like some strawberry honey? Nah, I just take their word for it, honestly. Oh, Security Hall. Man, I do plan on doing an analysis on the treasure hunting stages from FSI 2 and having a good example and a bad example. I don't know which one Security Hall is yet. I could see myself doing a June Zoom recap on a live stream for my live stream channel, which, again, you should go check out because I am going to be doing more of those in the future. But in general, this whole June Zoom thing has been, like, a lot of fun. And I'm going to say a lot of the videos I did not have in my head before June Zoom, that it just kind of came to me, like, when I woke up in the morning, I'm like, what should I do? What should I do today? What video should I make today? And I'm like, I mean, Waluigi Pinball's pretty cool, and then I just rolled with it. That's kind of how most of the videos were made. There is some more detail, but obviously I don't have the time to talk too much about each idea here. I do plan on doing a Zyke down on the entirety of Sonic 1 at one point, not just Green Hill Zone, because that would be kind of a short video. I would like to get to the entire thing, kind of like how I did the whole thing on Super Mario Brothers. Tackle a stage from his first Sonic adventure. Everyone just maybe you guys are just really in sync with my thought process. Yes, I will do one. Maybe it'll be Emerald Coast, Speed Highway. It's going to be one of those. Maybe one might blindside me and I'll do it. Out of bound areas in Mario Kart 8. Oh, like if I found a way to kind of do free look and stuff, I might be able to do that. Maybe the No Clip website has something similar to that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Although Boundary Break, the YouTube channel, probably already does what you want from that though. I do need to do a video on Kid Icarus Uprising. How's it been so long? It's one of my favorite games and I haven't done anything yet. Gosh, thank you for reminding me. The value of the 5 mansions, I'd have to... Oh man, that feels more like a Game Theory video. Game Theory already made a video on like the value of the first Luigi's Mansion. So go and watch his video and see if that kind of tickles your fancy. I don't know if it'd take me a long time to kind of like learn about houses and mansions and stuff to kind of actually price them. I'll always have a soft spot for Rock Hawk, dude. I really like him a lot. I think he's a really, really cool boss and all the different animations he has. The Armored Harriers as well, which is a bit of like a forced kind of position where you have to lose. I think they're pretty cool too, like with their dialogue and like how just mean they are. So everyone else, I would put a little bit below. I haven't played the Super Mario Maker 2 story mode yet, sorry. I do want to do this during a live stream of Ace Attorney, right? So if I'm like live streaming the next Ace Attorney game, I want to make a tier list of it. I think in general though, the final cases of every game I played are just top tier. Like Ace Attorney really knows how to finish off a game. And the third cases of like the last game, what was it, like the Big Top, the clown one, wasn't really a fan of it. So the final cases were really good, but I'd go more in depth during an Ace Attorney stream. I love cooking in Paper Mario. It's so dumb and stupid. Maybe it'd be nice to have like a little button mash or analog stick thing you have, but just seeing a mistake come out of nowhere, it's good enough for me. Looking over every boss in a 3D Mario and how tasty they would be to eat. People are gonna think I'm crazy by the end of it. Oh my gosh. I don't know if Bomb would be a good idea. I haven't played any of the Pikmin games myself. They frankly haven't really interested me much. One of my friends really wants me to get into it, so if I do, then I may have some thoughts for it. In terms of potential for a mainline game, a mainline Mario game, the people that are getting the slept hardest on is literally Wario and Waluigi. Like, when you really think about it, Wario and Waluigi have played almost zero part in any mainline Mario games. Almost zero. I'm pretty sure Waluigi hasn't even shown up in what most people consider to be a mainline Mario game. Like, if you go to Nintendo.com, look at mainline Mario games, pretty sure Waluigi hasn't even shown up, and if he has, it's like a minuscule role. Wario and Waluigi would be great antagonists. They'd be hilarious in cutscenes. I think it would be awesome to include them. Like, their potential is outrageously high with how popular they are, and it consistently gets squandered because they keep getting delegated to, like, these side game roles. I want to do a version of this where every race I play has a new code with something like maybe with Sunshine where every shine sprite, or maybe do another Mario Kart. I did enjoy this video. I didn't play many licensed kids games. I did play Viva Pinata though. I thought that one was pretty fun. I don't know if I'm too big of a fan of Lethal Lava Land, because it's quite open, and I feel like there were more interesting things they could have done with a lava area instead of just a completely flat zone, so I don't think I'll be doing this one in the future. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure the Mario mushrooms taste absolutely delicious. Do you know what a walnut mushroom must taste like? Oh, don't even get me started. Remember you mentioned the Fruit of Gusaya at some point. This is a visual novel, by the way, which 99% of you probably haven't heard of before, but it's one that's very near and dear to my heart. I don't know if I'll ever talk about it on this channel. I'm not sure exactly how much I want to discuss stuff like anime on this channel, or if I should have a separate channel dedicated to that. Maybe when I get an editor so I can actually like split the work a little bit without kind of taking away from the main channel here. That's probably where I talk about Grisaya a bit more, because it is something very near and dear to my heart, but I'm not sure how much the YouTube algorithm would kill me if I started uploading stuff like that here. It's something I have to lean into, but I do want to let you know that it is something I do want to do at some point in the future. I would eat the wacky watch in a heartbeat, especially the reverse mushroom too. My basic answer to this question would probably just be Mad Space, or one of the random driving levels that Tails and Rouge is given. I don't know, they just kind of come out of nowhere. Maybe they aren't like too bad, but Mad Space really is just not that good. Dude, give me some Fire Drive and I'm good to go. I love the Fire Drive badge. It's so much fun. And also just the Speedy Spin from Paper Mario as well. It's really good stuff. I haven't played Star Fox 64, but I should. I know they're splitting paths in different planets. I know it's cool. I need to get to it. I don't know what kingdom I would look into. Luncheon's the first one that comes to my mind, but I like it more so aesthetically, not so much like in a level design format, which I could still talk about, but I'll look into Bowser's Kingdom for you when I get the Odyssey itch again. Haven't played Crazy Taxi before. My apologies. Has identifying luck made me better at Mario Party? Because one of the reasons I said was so I can become better at Mario Party, almost out of subtle. A resounding yes, it has made me a lot better at Mario Party. Like, being able to know what kind of things are rolling by in chance time has made me a lot more accurate in like getting the things I want in chance time, having better board awareness in Mario Party, knowing exactly what event does what, getting really, really good at button mashing. I sucked at button mashers before, but I got really, really good at button mashing. I know a lot of the tricks behind different minigames that we thought were luck-based, or just even platforming ones. So yeah, resounding yes, I've gotten a lot better at the game, so it's kind of crazy. And the things that I've done, like displayed my skill of, I've done plenty of in my Mario Party live streams, so feel free to go look at those, and you'll definitely see all the knowledge of mine in action. I wouldn't really consider Mario fighting in Smash as like anything to the Mario canon per se. I wouldn't really include that kind of stuff. Like, Mario can just, he's the everyman, you know? I feel like when the creators are like making a Mario game, they aren't really thinking about what, you know, Mario can do exactly. Like, if they want to make it so Mario has a game where he can breathe underwater, like, indefinitely for whatever reason, they can do it. Like, it's within their right, you know? Mario's just this wacky world where anything is possible, so that's my thoughts on it. The red one looks sick, that's all I'm doing. Look at my video called Super Setting Sunshine. I believe I expressed those kinds of thoughts there. I will make a Zumi-Zyke definitive Mario Party in the future. That is the plan. Very interesting. I think if all the Marios were to fight, 64 Mario would get murdered, right? He doesn't even have like Starman or anything like that. I think Galaxy Mario is probably the Mario with the most endurance. Like, this dude is out here in space. Like, he and Bowser like fell from like, I don't know if they were teleported, or he could basically breathe in space, is what I'm trying to say. Like, he has crazy endurance, and he was able to beat an enormous Bowser, insane strength. I think he would probably kill the other Marios if he wasn't careful. I do like the designs of the hard-boiled heavies from Sonic Mania. I haven't played the entirety of that game. I stopped halfway because they kept reusing zones. I know it's a little salty of me, but I do enjoy their designs a lot. I am with you on that. There will be more SA2 level analysis in the future. Probably the big ol' eel from Mario Sunshine. God, that guy scared me so much. Persona 5 Royal, if I do a video on that one, I'm going to do a video on the very last part of the game. You guys know what I'm talking about. I really want to do that, because that genuinely infected me in such a huge way. I'll try playing Westopolis again sometime and seeing if I get some thoughts on it. Because it's not like a bad level, it's just they make you replay it like 10 times in order to get like the true ending of the game. But I do find it to be kind of interesting. Yup, another SC2 level select one. We will get to that in the future. Oh yes, I love Wario World. It's so good. Oh, Wario World has so many like weird enemies, and Wario's like so cocky and like overconfident and arrogant, dude. There's so much to talk about with that. I do this in my video called Gushing About Rosalina's Observatory. Take a break in the finale video to remind viewers to like, comment, and subscribe, and to become a channel member to get fun emotes like these. Monkey. Ooh, you take an L or the reverse motion, or to become a patron on Patreon to give more money directly to you. Keep up the good work, Zach. Here's another successful June Zoom. Thank you so much for the reminder, and that was a clever reminder to you guys. Yeah! Smash 64 sound effects are above all. I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 3, I'm sorry. Ike? And then everybody else. Let me tell you, it was hard at first, but when you push yourself to make a video every single day, you learn, man. Like, you learn where you can start cutting some corners. You learn, like, how to speed up the process so that, like, everything becomes a lot easier. It can be a bit rough, though. I kind of already do this somewhat. I mean, there's the Paper Mario Bestiary and the Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Bestiary, where I talk about what badges might be useful against certain enemies, and I talk about the enemies in general. But yeah, something like this could be fun. Like just a badge tier, not a badge tier list, but analyzing the badges. Not familiar with Wario Land 3. Gosh, you guys are exposing me as a fraud! I like rolling around in a ball personally. I think it's really fun. I know that's not like the most interesting answer, but that's my answer. Maybe like Waluigi, Rosalina, and Yoshi. I could see them kind of killing it in triathlons. Don't ask me to choose, man. It's so hard. The Mario Party music's so good. I just probably the minigame music, dude. Funny enough, like, I think the minigame music might actually be where the best tracks are. I'll probably analyze a boss fight when I get to Kid Icarus Uprising. Though those are the first. That's the first game that comes to my mind when I think about analyzing boss fights. You know, funny enough, as big of a Smash fan as I am, I haven't beaten World of Light, so I don't really know how the final boss plays. I'd have to do that before doing something like this. Haven't played Super Princess Peach, man. I will say, when it comes to Super Princess Peach, though, I don't know why they decide to make Peach's special powers her emotions. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Brawl really did turn Wario into a bit of a fart joke. I mean, it was good for one game, but like, to just take it as far as they did. Like, he's supposed to be the strongman dude, who's just like busting down doors and doing all this cool stuff, but now it's just farts. Canonical reason the characters in Smash? I mean, okay, well, they receive letters. I imagine that canonically, if you had to force it, every character receives a letter to Smash, and then they take their own method of getting there, right? So maybe Mario would take a warp pipe, maybe some characters like, you know, we saw Sora will like go through like a portal or teleport there, different stuff like that, and then they would just simply go back the same way. I think someone made a video on this. Look it up. Look up all Mario Kart tracks like on a map combined or whatever. I'm pretty sure someone's made a video like combining all the stuff. So, and I do think it'll satisfy you. Yeah, again, I'm not really the one to make a Mario Kart stats video. Yes, you had to bring up freaking Maruki, dude. Gosh, why'd that have to happen to Billy, dude? I was so heartbroken when I heard he passed away. That almost made me feel bad that I didn't make an analysis video before it happened, but I guess it would be kind of a good tribute, right? Like, oh, it was so late, dude. Man, I really wish it didn't have to happen to him, dude. What a good guy. People keep asking me about the taste of this stuff, man. I'm gonna lose my mind. You're right, I should do it, though. Mario OST tier list. You guys just keep giving me good ideas for streams. I appreciate it. Although the Bowser's Inside Story soundtrack in particular is one that comes to my mind. Mario RPG as well, because Yoko Shimomura worked on it. So just all the Mario RPG games now that I think about it, because they're all just made by the soundtracks just worked on by the same person. I am glad that video game music is being given the recognition it deserves, but let's be frank, like, we shouldn't use the Grammys to determine, like, if it's being given the absolute recognition it deserves. Like, if we as a community give it its, like, granted recognition, then I feel like that's good enough. We don't need the Grammys to tell us it's good. I don't know if there are any temporal paradoxes in Partners in Time. I feel like it's pretty decent with covering that up, right? I haven't played the Lego Star Wars games. I have played Lego Indiana Jones, though. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Peach's Castle. Peach's Castle just changes shape almost every game, it feels like. Like, maybe you're not supposed to think about it that hard. Like, maybe there's different Peach's Castles. That's probably not the case. Or maybe they just simply remodel it every now and then. We don't know how much time is in between. Or it's like a different perspective of it, or however it may be. I do really like Paper Mario's take on Peach's Castle, though. I think it's really nice. I have no clue what you're talking about when you're talking about Daisy's voice lines and talking about tall mountain paintings. I mean, rating your voice lines could be some fun. The host roles in Mario Party. I do like Ballyhoo, and I do like Toad. It was before his voice started getting a little bit annoying, honestly. I definitely do this during a live stream, ranking all the June Zoom videos on like the different like effort, editing, and all that stuff. That's something I can't really think about right now because that'd take a while. Haven't played Jet Set Radio Future. I do plan on it, but it looks pretty groovy. Super Mario World Cape, let's be honest, it is a little overpowered. I think there should be like a flight limit on it, but I do see where you're coming from. Yes, we will have more Sonic level discussions. Ooh, how rich would Kirby be after the Great Cave Offensive? I think they just give you amount of gold and you can kind of figure that out for yourself, but doing the conversions and seeing how accurate it would be to like the real world would be kind of nice. I imagine they would be like, what, like on the same island? That's more like Wii Sports Resort though. Yeah, the Wii Sports thing, I don't know how well you could actually pull that off. Oh yeah, like CC, like if they hold up well compared to the original Super Mario Brothers, I can see that. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think they do, at least from what I played. I do like this little headcanon you have that Kirby and Jigglypuff are kind of friends and, you know, sharing these little hats and stuff. It is pretty cute, you're right. Doing like an identifying log for like Sonic and the Secret Rings party mode, that could be kind of fun. Might be a funny April Fools, although I do want my April Fools to kind of be big, and I'm not sure if that goes hard enough. My favorite loop-de-loop's gotta be City Escapes, man. I don't even know if it counts as a loop-de-loop, but it's just so sick with the camera angle they give you. A full game starring Eggman. Dude, if you were to have him in his mech the entire time, but make it a bit more smooth like Gamma, and have him like taking over the world, and then maybe make the sequel of the game Sonic Taking It Back, I think that'd be cool, but I don't think Sega's really in it for those grand scale, like, continuity games. Being broke in a tiny house, I just assumed that War is the kind of guy that just spent all of his money on something stupid like some massive gold thing that ended up getting stolen. You really like Dry Bones, don't you? I mean, it's basically just a Koopa Troopa, but just the skeleton, so, I mean, I guess we can call it peak design if we're just gonna take the Koopa Troopa's design from it, but, you know, it's good, okay? It's good. I don't want you to hurt me, so I'm gonna say Dry Bones is pretty good and should be in the next Smash game as a, assist trophy at most. I like the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. I don't know if I like them enough to really go like super in detail with them, mainly because I'm just salty about how much they are, but if I can manage to get over that, I think doing some analysis on them would be cool. Dude, I have no clue how the monarchy of the Mushroom Kingdom works, man. Like, Princess Peach is the princess but not the queen. I have no clue, dude. They're just doing their own thing. So you're more so talking about, like, how to make a level kind of like that, where it explores the theme in both the narrative and design sense, and like what is needed to make your levels meaningful. So not necessarily I'm analyzing something that does that, but kind of explaining how to do that yourself. I think that'd be kind of cool, because normally I'll do level design and hope that anyone who wants to be a future game designer or is a current one kind of takes some lessons away from those kinds of analysis videos. But I don't exactly say what I think other people should do, like, without anything to like analyze, because I don't feel like I have the actual experience yet, right? Even though I've done as many analyses as I have, but maybe I should have more confidence in myself in that regard. How would you go about raising and preparing a chow to be the most delicious for dinner? I want you to reread that first sentence and give me a good reason why I should not block you from my channel. The most unique combat system I've ever encountered is probably Undertale's. Like, Undertale really, like, changes the formula up, not just because of, like, the moral choices it provides to you throughout the game, but its combat system has literally every enemy attacking you in a wildly different way that isn't very similar to one another, and sometimes you won't even move your heart around. You'll like, it'll be like affected by gravity, or it'll be able to shoot stuff. It's kind of crazy, so that's probably my pick. I'm not as knowledgeable on basketball as I am in like video game stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what positions they would be in, but I'd probably throw in Donkey Kong and Bowser. There's some big guys, right? You got Waluigi and Rosalina, who are pretty, you know, fairly tall, right? And then Toadsworth, who just comes out of nowhere, right? But I feel like when you have someone as ridiculously short and skilled as Toadsworth with the ball, what do? Are you gonna kick him? I don't think you can kick him, right? How are you gonna swipe at him? It's like, I don't know how you would deal with some guy like that. If I'm not allowed to choose Delfino Plaza, then I'd probably choose something like Rainbow Cruise. I think that'd be really chill. Bobbery! I'm just gonna talk about Bobbery, dude. I love Bobbery so much. Every Zelda dungeon from every mainline game, would that not be in like the hundreds? Would there not be like hundreds of... Jesus, I don't even know if I've played enough Zelda games in order to pull something like that off, but it would be interesting for something on a smaller scope like Link to the Past, which I've actually played. Huh. Don't even get me started on Sonic's currency. I'm pretty sure you do use rings in that universe to actually pay for stuff, but the moment we start talking about burgers, that's when it goes too far. You want me to talk about whatever I like? Well, I'm going to talk about you. I really like your comment. I appreciate you. A real identifying luck from Mario Party Advance? Are you saying that my original video for it wasn't good enough? I don't think it deserves anything more than that. My favorite Mario character, man, it's really hard to say. Like, I do really like Rosalie's backstory and wish that she was kind of a bigger part of it. And as basic as some people might say it is, well, I do love Bobbery a lot, but he's only in, like, one game, pretty much. If I were talking overall, it's gonna be Mario, dude. Like, Mario just makes me happy. He's one of my favorite video game characters ever, if not the favorite, you know? Like, it's really hard for me to give an answer other than him, because if I'm just having a bad day, you know, or if I'm just, you know, like, a little bit down, you boot up a game, you hear Mario's wahoos, you're just gonna feel happy, dude. And I think it's just as simple as that. I don't really have a super deep reason for it, but he just makes me happy. Ooh, a Mega Man analysis, that'd be pretty cool. I could see myself looking into some Mega Man 2 levels or 3 levels, or when I play X, I could do some of those. I haven't gotten into One Piece yet, but I do plan on watching it or reading it, depending on what my friends convince me to do. I really like the Zelda world depiction in Melee's Adventure Mode, and I just wish that future Smash games would have done more with this kind of idea. Oh, most memorable chapter to me has gotta be the Klitz Pit, man. There's like such a mystery behind it. There's like these like bosses which attack you in interesting ways. Like the kind of the stuff that was going on at the locker room and like the partner you get there, it's all just so great. And the XS Express and the mystery behind that one too, it's all just so much fun. Guys, you're gonna keep making me taste some weird stuff. How many more things can I taste? Mario enemies? You want me to taste a Goomba? Goomba jerky? Luigi's Mansion does do a good job at giving you the very basic fundamentals to work with, but let's be honest, it basically gives you a tutorial on how to use the Poltergust, so I wouldn't say that it's like a 10 out of 10 teaching experience like some of the other games I've covered on the channel. Oh, it'd be pretty fun to make like a ideal Nintendo party roster. I know some people are a little iffy about making more crossovers similar to Smash Bros. I am all for it because I love exploring the different ways that the animations can look like, or seeing the different worlds from different perspectives that you wouldn't normally see. I'd be all for that. So many games allow for different kinds of abilities, such as like jumping and not. Like, so Crate and Peril, for example, doesn't allow jumping, which, as you would say, makes the level of violence a bit higher. I love fortress levels, and from what I've seen of Starman Fortress, it looks like the Whomp's Fortress in Mario 64, but just really, really beefed up and Mario Galaxy-ified. Oh yeah, like I said before, I'm pretty sure Bowser Jr. just made these guys. Sorry once more, Pikmin. I just love the advance attacks, that's all I'm gonna say. Safety violations, that'd be really funny, just like looking up what is and isn't allowed and then saying, hey, you know, maybe making this whole road in space, you know, Rainbow Road, isn't the best idea. I did not play the golf courses in Wii Sports, man. I played it a little bit and I'm like, I'm just gonna go play Mario Golf. I didn't really have that much fun with them, sorry dude. The only one that comes to mind is Feel, just because of how it looks. It's just a ball. I actually have played that fan game, Sonic Robo Blast 2. I don't really, oh man, I hate to like, I don't know, it sound like I'm bagging on a mod, but it's a racing game for those of you guys that don't know. I don't think that it really communicates which direction to go nearly as well as the Mario Kart series does. Maybe it's because it's a little bit more pixelated, so it's kind of hard to see, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it communicates it the best. Oh, other than that, though, I like how there's, like, tons of characters, and I do like all the effort they put into it, regardless. Is there anything I can really say on the Mario Party 9, like, everyone in the same vehicle system that hasn't already been said before? I mean, maybe I do have a perspective on it, because, again, I mean, I am the Mario Party guy, as some people point out, so I probably will have some things to say that not everybody has said before, so it may be interesting to look into it, because it most certainly isn't a good mechanic. Oh, I would love for the Mario series to just, like, start combining powers. That'd be sick. Imagine, like, a Fire Starman or an Ice Starman where he's, like, skating around. Or, like, using the Super Mario World cape as you're, like, launching fireballs down at people. That'd be really cool. Frankly, I don't really play fan games that much. It's kind of weird. They don't really... Most of the fan games I've played just don't really, like, hit it for me, you know? And maybe it's because, and this isn't a knock on all fan games, like, by all means, if you're making a fan game, dude, all the more power to you. I think the reason why most of them don't really hit home for me is because the fan games, because it is a fan game of a series, it takes a lot from that series, right? And I feel like most of the time, at least from the ones I've played, it'll take too much, right? And it doesn't really have its own identity, like its own thing it wanted to do. It just feels like it feels like another new Super Mario Brothers to me, I guess is like what I'm going for. And it doesn't really feel like it's its own standalone thing, you know? So again, I don't want to sound like I'm bagging on like fan game stuff. I really do appreciate all the work that people put into this. And some of the ideas I've seen do look better than, some of the stuff that the actual company can put out. How I would design Daisy to be her own character, not based on Peach. I would have her just... See, it's a little hard because, like, the mainline series doesn't really give us much to work with, but I would certainly make her more violent. Like, really, like more violent. Because Peach, she can be, like, a little dainty sometimes, like, with the way that she hits and attacks and Smash. I really think Daisy should just get in there, man. Like, she should be out here, like, kicking people, spiking people, Like, I think that would be really, really fun to see. Rex Wheelie and Kirby Air Ride's pretty cool. I prefer the Wheelie scooter, so screw you if I make a Kirby Air Ride video again. I'm gonna talk about the Wheelie scooter. All of the Easter eggs? I'm pretty sure there's a channel that does that, right? Can't Did You Know Gaming do that? Gosh, that'd be like 10 hours long. I'm actually in the middle of playing Wario Land 4. I haven't... One of my friends is really, really trying to get me to continue it, but... Because I've just been busy during June, but I do plan on getting back to it, so... Maybe. It looks pretty interesting. Every star mission? Do you think I'm some kind of madman? I mean, honestly, I guess I shouldn't... I guess I shouldn't get too surprised on questions or ideas like these, because I am the kind of guy that's made multiple hour-long videos, like 2 hours long, 3 hour long, on different kinds of subjects. This does sound like something I would do, I'm going to be honest. I probably will in the future. An analysis on Birdo, you are asking the wrong person. That hole that Birdo has, when like whatever she uses it for, to eat, to spit eggs out of, it kind of freaks me out, so you're asking the wrong person. A general analysis if a Chow Garden game is a viable idea? Oh, of course! Like, a Chow mobile game would be crazy. I mean, some people are already making, like, oh, this is an example of a fan game I think is pretty dang solid. Like that one Chow Island Resort or game, right? Where they're, like, making it so you can just kind of raise your Chow. There's all these kinds of mini games. Oh yeah, it has tons of potential. Just go look that up. You'll see it. Favorite handheld Sonic levels? I played Sonic Rush, and I can't remember too many from them, but I'm sure I could come up with something. I do like how they mess with the top screen and the bottom screen at times, where like if you're boosting down a lot and you go to like a lower route of the level, it brings you down to the bottom screen of the DS, or vice versa. I think that's pretty cool. I'll look into it. Music analysis is a little trickier for me because I might have some things to say about the music, but I can't really speak on like the different notes and what they mean or what kind of stuff it's trying to convey in a perfect way, because honestly I'm not like super musically gifted, or I haven't really learned at it much, so I probably wouldn't make a video specifically on music about something, but I'd probably just dedicate smaller sections to it in a larger video on the topic. My favorite Kirby hat isn't really even a hat, it's just the little fighter bandana. I love Kirby looking all mean and tough with the fighter bandana, it's really cute. Yes, I just said before, Glitch Pit is awesome! Ugh! My ideal Mario Party would be the best one. Connecting all the major landmarks of the Mushroom Kingdom into one map, I'm sure there are people out there who have really like put in the effort to do that, So I'm sure you can find some maps out there, maybe in some Discord servers, like could go through with that. I haven't played every single Mario game in existence yet, or at least not the ones that most people consider to be canon, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Don't even get me started on all the work that has to be put into making Chaos Chow. I haven't even done one myself. I would have to be a god in order to have Identifying Luck Mario Party come out at the same time as this, or be a part of this video. Are you crazy? I gotta give it to the Mario and Luigi series, man. I love the sprites and models that they use for those games, especially Superstar Saga. I've never really shipped characters together before in fiction or stuff like that, so I guess it wouldn't really be my forte, or in your words, it's out of my wheelhouse. The Sonic Unleashed hub worlds are pretty neat. They aren't the most detailed things in the world, like Delfino Plaza is, for example, which I'm always going to praise, but they are pretty cool. Name every star coin in New Super Mario Bros. DS. I think that would be more difficult than naming the blue coins, but I could give it a shot in the future. Man, people really like to see the character stats stuff, because we've been seeing some Mario Kart character stats questions earlier, but yeah, I don't know if I have anything for just character stats in general. I haven't seen Advance Wars, although I do plan on playing it. The only fast food Mario toys I've ever seen are like the little Mario Kart ones that go along the ground, so I guess those would be top tier. I don't have any experience with the others. I mean, if we're doing best roommate, it would probably be like someone, just the main characters, right? Like Mario, Luigi, Peach, or whatever, maybe Toadsworth, right? If you were to throw Wario or Waluigi in there, like, you would have an awful time. Yeah, again, I think that there are people who have kind of worked on that. I'm sure you can look it up and, like, find a map on that, especially because I haven't played enough Mario games to kind of make something like that myself. I actually did do a tier list for the first June Zoom of the videos I liked the most, but it would be interesting to do one for this June Zoom as well, probably in a live stream or something. I'm gonna have to start writing these down, Jesus. Yes, every race I play in Mario Kart Wii, there's a new co-added. I'm glad you enjoyed, I'll consider it. I do think that Animal Crossing is actually like a really, really good first game to try out. Like, if someone has played no video games, like no video games whatsoever, and like they don't know how to move, they have to look at their controller in order to perform certain actions, they don't know why they aren't able to perform certain actions other than, other ones. I can't really find a flaw in Animal Crossing as that being a newbie's first game, because like they get to interact with characters who are telling them exactly what to do. If they're making any mistakes, they aren't really like punished for it much. And Animal Crossing actually has a degree of realism that someone who's playing a video game for the first time is going to apply to like almost every video game they play until they realize that they can't do certain things because it's not possible in the video game world. If I had to find a flaw in like Animal Crossing, maybe like someone playing it for the first time would be like, oh, it's weird how these villagers say the same thing sometimes over and over again when I talk to them, or they get angry at me if I talk to them over and over. But it's genuinely difficult. I really do feel like Animal Crossing is a good example of a newbie's first game. I will do a Sonic Unleashed level analysis, although I don't know if I'm going to do the first boost level of it. I think I'm trying to move away from the very beginning level of video games as kind of an analysis, because I've talked about so many tutorial levels already. I kind of want to dig more into like later levels in games. The uses of toilets in different video games. Okay, look, I'll keep that one in mind. That's a good one. Okay. I don't know what relevancy. I mean, like, it's actually an interesting thing to consider, because in Thousand Year Door, you could actually use one of them as a warp pipe. So toilets are pretty interesting. You got save points, warp pipes, achievements. Huh. New partner ideas would just be Mario enemies that we just have not seen yet. So, like the chain chomps, maybe a bullet bill, could be a pokey, stuff like that. Oh, I'll write this one down. A face-off of Mario level enders, like a tier list of like the best ones, or like if they were to battle or something. Either way, it sounds good. I would prefer. I think the flagpole's just so iconic, dude. I can't think of anything beating that. The cursed Mario Maker video. I wouldn't put it past me. The final Snailicorn, don't remind me, man, he's already dead. Co-op in turn-based is really cool, because it's like you can both control RPG characters, you can both like level up your characters, and you can feel growth together throughout the journey, but most games don't really explore that. The only one I could think of is like freaking Final Fantasy and the Crystal Chronicles, but nothing else really comes to mind. Dude, I love ranking Mario voice lines, don't get me into that, man, there's like hundreds of them. I will probably do it at some point, though. Is there not already a comparison video for something like this? I'm gonna have to look into that. Ooh, the anatomy of Mario enemies. Yeah, that'd be something cool to look into, especially because you can kind of... I think there's probably already some charts for different kinds of them. I already talked about how tasty some things are, so I wonder what the Mario enemies would be like. Mario enemy tier list. Yeah, right after that one. Dude, that'd be awesome. It's always just bobbery, dude. This would take me so much time to do, you have no idea. Although I will say that this Super Mario 64 staff roll, the credits of Super Mario 64, it would be in my top 10. A game that does the boundaries well. Yeah, I'll think about it. Alright, so a Sonic Arcana, right? So you have to kind of figure out which one would fit in the best. From what I've looked up, I think the Chariot would fit in the most. It says here that it is about control, willpower, success, action, and determination, right? Or kind of like getting around, living your own way. And I feel like that fits Sonic pretty well. The kind of negatives, it seems, is like self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction. And I think that those are some pretty good negatives in that case. So that's probably what I'd pair Sonic up with. Oh, the companies and like sponsorships of Mario Kart 8. I could see that. I'm a sucker for those little details. I haven't played many Dreamcast games, but I'll think about it. Oh geez, that's a hard question. Which of the Phantom Thieves? If we're counting Royal and we're counting the very last semester, it would have to be Akechi because of like all the different layers and the kind of foil he has to Joker. Like, there's just so much for me to sink my teeth into in terms of analysis. I just can't really help it. And I just also love I don't want to name the trope, but there is a trope there, okay? Like, for those of you that have played the game. But I do really enjoy him as a character a lot. If we aren't counting Royal, which does have some added on content, of course, I really liked Makoto a lot. I thought she was really mature, and I love the way that she handled situations. And it was just kind of, she was just kind of a cool character to hang around. But if we're not counting the Phantom Thieves, then probably Maruki. I will have no shortage of like touristic locations in Mario games as videos in the future. Sonic locations in games. I'm so stupid. Why haven't I done that yet? Oh, a Super Mario Sunshine 2, you would have to have a brand new island, try to not reuse, like, anything different, You would have to make sure that you use different kinds of themes. So, for example, maybe I would have a level dedicated to, like, a tourist gift shop, right? So maybe you would have this enormous indoor gift shop that you would, like, have a level surrounded in, right? Instead of a hotel or instead of other stuff like that. Maybe you would have oh gosh, you would have to have, like, some kind of water. You would have to have like these water attractions, but then you want to make sure you don't accidentally rip off Peanut Park, right? So I feel like they already did a really good job on a tropical setting. That's why I feel like a Sunshine sequel might be a little lackluster, because it'd be hard to kind of think of more settings that haven't already been kind of dove into already. But it's something to surely think about. If I can think about it enough, I'd certainly make a video on it. When I first started reading your comment, I thought you were about to ask me, rank Kirby Annies by how good they taste, right? Like someone previously, but it's by Cuddles, so I appreciate it. I would just put Waddle Dee and like King Dedede pretty high. They look like good cuddlers. Oh yeah, Celeste definitely deserves an analysis. Thank you for bringing it up. It wasn't even in my head, but now that I think about it, yeah, I definitely want to do that. I haven't played Rivals of Aether, but I do appreciate all the work that people put into it, and there are so many mods for that game, dude. There are so many. I do want to get into it because I do like Smash Brothers, and obviously it takes inspiration from Smash. So once I get around to that, I may consider doing content on it. Sonic level analysis video for a game I've never covered before, one that's a little weaker. I'd have to think on that. I'd probably grab something from Sonic Colors. I do feel like that game overall is a little weak on level design, so maybe I could have a video that's where the boost formula is done right, like Sonic Unleashed, and one that just kind of falls off, like Colors. Ranking them on their merchandise, oh my gosh, that would be so fun to look into. Holy crap. There are some characters that obviously wouldn't really have like as much merchandise as others, like the Ice Climbers, but it would still be a lot of fun to look into. See, nowadays Eggman's incompetent, but he wasn't incompetent back then in Sonic Adventure 2. Ugh. I don't really have a game where like I love it and a lot of people despise it. Normally, I'm not like saying I'm in line with a lot of people's opinions on stuff like that. I have more games where a lot of people love it and I don't really like it than vice versa. Closest thing I could think of is maybe Kid Icarus Uprising, because I didn't think the controls of that game were a big deal at all, but I guess a lot of people did, and that's why they were turned off from it, and why I really want a Switch port, or Sunshine, I guess, but a lot of people love that, so those are the closest games I have that I love, but a lot of people don't, and it's not really even something that fits the prompt that you said much. I could go into the character themes of some of the Sonic characters in SA2 or even SA1, because I feel like the character themes are really good at encapsulating what each of the characters are about. And there we go, another freaking comment about what Kirby enemies would taste like. If you want to know what my editing style is like, or how I come up with video ideas and stuff like that, go to my Patreon. I'm not telling you to Patreon. Go to my Patreon, because I made everything free there. At first, I made it so you had to pay like $5-10 a month, as like support and stuff, to access my series called Behind the Zyke, where literally every video I uploaded, I showed you the editing process behind it, and I have like 100 of those, which are completely free to everybody. You can look at them if you want to. You can see how the Identify and Lux were edited. You can see all the tracks, and I explain like the process on how I went through it, my different ideas for the videos. Go to my Patreon, and you will see one of the pinned posts there has a link to the drive, or a link to the playlist, or whatever it may be, or you can just like search Behind the Zyke, and you'll find all of them for all of the videos up until I believe my Babam Battlefield analysis. So all the Identifying Lux up to 5 have different videos on them. So if you're interested in what I do, just go there. I explain it, and I go pretty in depth. Double Dash tracks in chronological order. I think that would be interesting to couple with where they are in terms of location to one another. A Sonic game tier list. That's just a good dumpster fire waiting to happen. In a live stream, no less. I definitely put Sonic Adventure 2 Battle near the top, and some of the more recent games near the bottom. He dies. Any Smash character that was introduced as DLC has been pretty decently designed in terms of representation. Maybe Banjo isn't as fun as people thought he was going to be. Dude, I'd add the reverse mushroom to like 6 or 7, man. Like, adding that to 6 or 7, which already has a lot of stuff, would be a lot of fun. We're gonna keep doing those analyses, dude. Probably Maple Tree Way at some point. Oh, I would definitely look at all the different types of toads, especially from Thousand Year Door. There's so many different variations of them. I'm sure the reverse mushroom would simultaneously taste the best and the worst. The most dangerous minigames in the Mario Party series? Oh, that's genius. Okay, I have to write that one down. You guys are definitely gonna see that one in the future. No one steal it, please. Yeah, there will be an Unleashed stage analysis in the future. Yeah, I'm still deciding on identifying luck Mario Party DS. It's really hard, but if I end up not doing it, I can see myself doing an individual board analysis. I've already gone into that, like, in the live stream. The Sun and the Moon being host is just so crazy. I know this probably isn't what you're talking about, but I just want the costumes from Mario Party 2 to come back. Comparing all final levels in Sonic games, that'd be sick. I'd have to do some of the analyses on the final levels, like Final Rush first, before doing that, though. Oh my god, all these tasting things. I'm not tasting dice blocks! Options mode would be the best. Why would you ask such a silly question? Too much Green Hill Zone, dude. Are you trying to make me go mad? You know, I was gonna think Delfino Plaza, but I think some places from Xenoblade Chronicles are actually pretty good. I like the setup, especially in the first town. So, Sonic and the Secret Rings analysis, that'd probably be on the back burner. There's other Sonic games I want to get to, but I do think that Night Palace looks pretty sick. Haven't played Splatoon 2, have played Splatoon 1, so I probably wouldn't get to this anytime soon. I don't want to reveal how big the cat gets there. If I do, then your guys' brains are just gonna explode. It's like seeing something you absolutely cannot comprehend. Wario probably just uses some sick gel or something. Yeah, dude, I do want to talk about some boards that should have been in Superstars. They're probably not gonna do DLC for that game. This sounds like a lot of fun. Doing donuts to the end of the track, that'd be pretty good. Solely based off jump sound effects, oh. But I'd probably put Super Mario World pretty high up there. I do love the jump sound effect for that game. And of course, the original Super Mario Brothers is just too classic. I love TikTok Hop. I love Control Stick. I just love those games that can last forever and stuff. Or like Burn Style, I actually like a lot. Just any game where you can like last forever with another person. Even Shy Guy says you could just keep going until one of you gives out. Those are my types of minigames. Yeah, so like I said before, I'd add in Wario and Waluigi. They come to me in a dream. I haven't actually played Mario Party Advance, so I can't say much on the Wait, so you want me to do an analysis of the actual track part of Baby Park, not just everything surrounding it? That video would be like 10 seconds long. You're absolutely insane. A tier, like every single power-up from the mainline Mario games? You know I'm just gonna put Blue Shell and then everything else below it, right? Maybe he just let himself get captured, you know? And he's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fight them now, but once we're in the air, then I'm gonna jump out. And then he just ended up getting captured again. I do enjoy Sonic Rush. I definitely look into it. Oh, Rhythm Heaven's a good one to go into. It's one of the few rhythm games that I actually enjoy. I do love, it's so charming. I love the way that all the characters kind of go in rhythm with it, and I know that's kind of the point, but it just feels so bouncy and fun. Ooh, diving into the world maps is a good one, because someone mentioned the SA2 level map earlier, but the Mario world maps, those are pretty good. I'll get to that game tier list eventually. I do like the Portrait Ghost a lot from Luigi's Mansion 1. Again, haven't played 3. I feel like I kind of dropped the ball in not really looking at each and every one of them when I say, should you buy Luigi's Mansion? Would have been nice to say, oh, here are some of the ghosts that you might see here. But whatever, it's in the past now. I could see this being a video if I have enough to say on it. No, I'm sorry, I've only played Super Metroid. I can't really speak on the others. I don't have a Toadette costume. Oh, another Ace Attorney trial one. I promise I'll get to it at some point. I kind of do that in my gushing about Rosalina's Observatory video. I feel like anything that takes place in kind of like a medieval age like Legend of Zelda would not smell that good. I played Path of Radiance, so you kind of already know my answer. Oh, the AI websites. I've had a lot of fun with them. I think that could be a cool live streaming thing. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Toadsworth. Like, Toadsworth is, like, one of the coolest looking toads, but he just hasn't been anywhere. We might need to look into this, file a missing persons report. I haven't played Dokapon Kingdom. I do plan on getting into it because it looks like Mario Party, but just, like, absolutely insane and, like, 50 times longer. I could do it for Shy Guy's Perplex Express. I'd probably want to do it for the Boo board more if I don't do an Identify Luck for Mario Party 8 because it has like more randomness to it. There's more luck to identify, whereas Perplex Express is kind of a straight line, let's be honest. Haven't played Planet Roboto, but I have played a lot of Kirby Superstar Ultra. I've 100%ed it multiple times, so I could see myself doing something more so on the Great Cave Offensive side. You can actually look in the video of my channel called, like, analyzing every Super Mario Brothers level, or, how Miyamoto designed every single one of them. It's like an hour and a half long, I believe, of me just going over literally every single level in the original Super Mario Brothers. It's certainly an interesting theory to consider, although I would like to assume that they are all canon, except who exactly wins. I like to think that, Tails beat Eggman, and Eggman notified Shadow that someone was on their way to the Eclipse Cannon while he was fighting Tails. So maybe he's in the middle of fighting Tails, and then, like, phoned Shadow and is like, hey, dude, I'm in the middle of something here. You have to go to, I can't do it myself. You have to go to the Eclipse Cannon. Someone's going over there. I feel like that would kind of solve the plot holes you're talking about. Tails beats Eggman. He gets the Emerald anyways. And sure, he tries to activate the cannon after Sonic's already destroyed it. So I feel like that would kind of clear up some inconsistencies if you consider the fact that Eggman was doing the phone to Shadow while he was mid-battle. I love Gamma. I love the way he controls. He already completed his arc. I hope he is not brought back. Just let him stay in SA1. Oh yeah, Deep Dark Galaxy is so menacing. There's just so many levels I want to do analyses for that I'm just trying to think of a way to get through them quicker, to, like, make sure I pump out these high quality videos at a faster rate, aside from having a video editor, of course, but just being able to make the scripts better or just do improv analysis better. Mario Party 5 is most unfair because of the chance time, no questions asked. Well, look, a lot of people may tell you Shadow, which I somewhat agree with. Shadow can take some W's over Sonic, right? A lot of people may tell you Metal, because he's designed to be like Sonic in almost every way. Never forget that at the beginning of Sonic 3, Knuckles injured Super Sonic and was able to knock all the Chaos Emeralds out of him. We'll do some Phoenix Wright analysis, don't worry, we'll get to it. I really do wonder where they all came from, huh? I kind of already like the Mario power-ups the way they are now. Maybe I would make the fireball like something chargeable or something, but even then, it's kind of cute the way it is. Once I'm done with identifying luck for Mario Party 7, I do plan on doing some ranking stuff of, like, all the boards or maybe all the mini-games and stuff like that. Inhale helium? Or use a pitch voice filter? I don't know how that would sound. Meta Knight's Revenge is pretty sick, I'd probably do that. Yeah, Wario's courses are pretty solid. You got Wario Stadium, you got Wario's Gold Mine, you got, like, Mount Wario. Like, out of all the character courses that are, like, themed around the character, I would say that Wario's one is the most solid of the bunch in terms of conceptually and just being a fun track. Dude, I can't taste anymore, I'm sorry. Oh, the minigames of Mario 64 DS. I haven't seen many people talk about them. That's a good one. How many Nintendo Directs are there? There's probably a playlist I could go down. Again, that seems more like a live stream thing. That'd be cool. Ooh, what Punch-Out Wii character do I think would fit in Smash Bros? Probably Donkey Kong. We'll get to them, man. 06's Hub World was absolutely atrocious. It's just very open and barren, and no one really cares what the characters do, and it's not really super interesting to look at. I do, like, Unleash are cute in terms of the characters you can talk to, and Generations is literally meant to be an abyss, so that just kind of by default leaves Adventure Ones, which, are decent. It kind of hits the bar. Dude, everyone was already announced as a character when Mii Fighters were announced, right? Like, my final Smash would probably just be my logo, or two Z's coming in from each side of the stage, and then combining in the middle and, like, making an explosion or something. That would be less of a video and more of, like, that'd be a fun tweet thing. That'd be a fun, like, a cute, because, like, I'm not gonna make, like, some 10-second video and then upload that as YouTube, unless it was, like, a YouTube short, so I could see myself doing that for Twitter. That'd be fun. There are so many carts in Mario Kart, but I have to say, the Mario Kart DS carts are just top tier. They're amazing. Another live stream tier list. I'll add that to the list. A video about how the character you choose in a game is more important than people realize. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. I think the importance of choosing a character is just related to what reason you chose that character. I mean, some people might have a big reason, like, oh, I relate to the character, who they are as a person, their motives and stuff. They might have a lot of empathy with the character or what they've gone through, and some people might just think they look cool. No, I'll get into Celeste. I know Celeste is indie, right? I'm pretty sure Celeste is indie. I know for sure Super Meat Boy is indie. So, those are indie. So, I will definitely do some stuff on them in the future. Haven't played All-Stars Racing Transformed. Have played the original one. Honestly, it wasn't really my kind of game. I just, every time I played it, I just thought to myself, man, I really want to play Mario Kart right now. Yeah, we'll get to them. Bowser's Anatomy? Holy crap, has no one ever done that before? That sounds like a video that should have been made already. I'm gonna have to get on that. Oh, visual design. So I'm not eating them? Okay, I already like your idea. Most fun to visit, huh? They are mirrors of real-world places, and that's kind of the idea. I mean, I'm sure the Greece-themed place just looks amazing. I love the white and the blue. I love the architecture. That's probably my first pick. A game that I absolutely despise. Man, that sticker star video is going to be really difficult to make, huh? Nintendo character is the best fitness routine based on what they do in their games. I'm going to give the boring answer and say Wii Fit Trainer. Yeah, I gotta talk about Vex at some point. I actually have made a couple videos on my own Mario Maker levels, but that was like when I was at the very beginning of doing some level analysis, and frankly, I still like my levels, my Mario Maker levels. The mirror one, not so much. I like my Flippy level a lot. But I think that I can make some pretty spanking Mario Maker levels, again, in a live stream. There's just a lot of live stream content I want to do, okay? I don't want you guys to think that this whole video is just me talking about, oh, I want to do some more live stream stuff. I do have a list of stuff I want to get to in live stream, so, because I want to make some cool content there, too. Well, I am somewhat decent at mixing audio. I don't know if I'm good enough to kind of do a medley of some sorts, so I don't know. I'd have to get more practice in order to attempt something like this. Look up The Quiet Sadness of Super Mario Galaxy, and I'm sure you'll be impressed. I think I kind of mentioned this before, where like with fan games, again, I love people that make fan games, I think it's really cool, but I think a lot of them will like take way too much from pre-existing material, whereas a developer idea may, obviously not all the time, some series just keep getting rehashed, whereas a developer idea may try something more new. Compilation moments of my videos or live streams, I honestly, personally feel a little bit weird making myself. Like, I understand when people make like a best of and then their username and then they have their best moments. I feel like if I were to do all that work myself and make all that myself, it feels a little egotistical. I don't know. And it's funny because sometimes I do have a bit of an ego that I have to kind of stretch out so I don't cause problems. But I'm not sure if the people who make those videos have someone else make it for them. I'd probably feel better if I got like someone who's like a video editor for me, or had the fans like vote on like different kinds of moments to do for that. Because if I do it myself, I guess I just feel bad the whole time, like I'm just constantly patting myself on the back instead of making new content. On what I think Mario Kart 9 might be like instead of what I want it to be. Oh man, like, I don't know, it's just gonna be more, I feel like I'll tell you what I don't want, okay? I don't want there to be coins, and I'm going to say that I think that there won't be coins, just so we won't have coins. I really do need to make a video on something that was poorly designed in Mario, huh? I haven't really gone into that yet. I believe the babies, I believe Mario and Luigi went through that in the past. Isn't that kind of the idea? It's not like Mario and Luigi from a different dimension in the past, it's literally partners in time. Therefore, this is Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, you know, and then they grow up to become Mario and Luigi, right? Oh, we'll get to Thousand Year Door. There's so many. I just have a list of hundreds of them. Maybe I should just do non-stop June Zoom. Just video every day, rest of my life, dude. Then I can get to all these. Kirby's max stomach size. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, the Hypernova Kirby can just swallow everything, so I'd put him at the top. Yo, Rogueport, gosh, stop bringing up Thousand Year Door, you guys. You're gonna make me go crazy. I'm gonna have to make a video on that now. You want some Atari rep in Smash? Why don't we throw E.T. for the Atari on there? Make him a little assist trophy just walking around. Oh, that'd be so cursed. Bowser got jacked. That's what happened to him. Don't start asking questions about why the black market has this stuff. That's not a good rabbit hole to go down. Oh, I'd simply say that the friend characters like Luigi and Yoshi would be more easy difficulty, and the rival challenge characters like Wario and Bowser and, you know, DK would be the hard difficulty. Well, that'd be interesting, because in Sonic Heroes, there's like 4 separate teams and they all go through the same levels pretty much, right? But the levels can be a little bit different, so doing a cross-comparison level analysis would be pretty cool. I actually am planning on doing this whole video is just going to be me talking about things I planned on doing, man. I'm really going to have to crack down on that. But I actually do plan on doing like a whole Rainbow Road analysis video of like all of them in a row. So I think you'll be satisfied with that. Mario's mansion. Wouldn't that just kind of defeat the purpose of Mario going through the mansion himself? He would just be jumping around, hopping around, because he wouldn't really be scared. I can imagine a video game being like this, like Waluigi's ego, and I honestly, I don't even want to know. Like looking into Waluigi's mind, I don't want to know what kind of things go on in there. Bowser's Galaxy Reactor is actually pretty sick. I do want to make some more analyses videos on like final Mario levels. Oh, best power-up in SA1 is easily the ribbon that Tails gets. He's able to just go crazy, spinning around everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cover Boost Formula. Yeah man, Sunshine sequel, I don't know if it's necessary. I imagine if you have a 1-up and you just wish the person back, dude, that they just come back. I have no clue. Where are they now? That'd be better for someone who can like animate that stuff instead of me who would just be reusing assets. From the little I've played of Toho, I've played a few levels of it. It seems absolutely crazy and bonkers, and frankly, I think the fan art of the series is way better than the official art. Oh, oh man, don't even get me started on Nintendo Park. Like, I would just go absolutely crazy with it, crazy with all the different kinds of rides. You would have, like, these Yoshi eggs, like, spinning around, like, the spinning teacups. You would have this insane Bowser's Castle freaking roller coaster, dude. It would go crazy. You could have, like, a Legend of Zelda section, you could have a Mario section, you could have, like, a mini Metroid section. I feel like the franchise isn't, like one of the big pillars to have an enormous part. Like, Pokemon would have its own section. Oh, it'd be crazy. That's a lot of mushrooms. Okay, so out of all the what would this taste like suggestions, I think this one might be my favorite. What kind of ice cream flavor the Mario Kart placements would be? Oh my gosh, what have I done? Okay, this is cool. So, Mario Kart courses from the perspective of a spectator. So you could actually take maybe like a free camera, look around the course, and then go into the stands, and then see like what exactly they're able to view. I'm gonna have to write this one down. I swear, I'm getting a list. I'm getting a list of all this stuff that I want to write down, and those videos will be made in the future with credit, and this is gonna be one of them. Tier list of plants in Super Mario Galaxy. You know, I know what you meant to write, but I'm gonna be a jerk and just say, so the only plant, piranha plants, right? You're talking about piranha plants? I mean, their environments, the piranha plants' environments. I mean, they grow in grass, they grow in snow. I'm not sure what you want me to talk about. I haven't played that much Legend of Zelda. That's why there's pretty much no Zelda video on my channel. I don't remember there being a single one. I've only played a few, but I do want to get into the series. I think I'd have a lot to say on them. I think Luigi with FLUDD could be pretty fun with some, like, slippery physics and his little, shuttle thing that he does. Mario being in the mansion would be really interesting because I feel like he would be the kind of person to actually jump around and maybe, like, grab things, you know? Whereas Luigi just kind of called out to Mario. Oh, you can't ask me what my favorite Mario Sunshine course is, man. Like, I love them all. It's such a relaxing game. I'm just gonna pick Delfino Plaza and just say the setting in general. Like, that's what I most love. I spotlight the culture in Delfino Plaza. I don't think I have enough Legos for that. The teams that should be in a Subspace 2 are teams that we didn't get in Subspace 1, of course, and just characters that people would want to see interacting with one another. The people want to see Mario and Sonic in like an RPG kind of setting with one another. Look, if that's what it takes is Subspace 2 to make Mario and Sonic interact with each other in a game that isn't the Mario and Sonic Olympic Game series, then that's what it's gonna have to be. There might already be a video on something like that, and I feel like this kind of video would be rather short and probably better be a point in an overall Mario 64 video instead of one that is specifically set on it. Best game in the franchise doesn't match the rest of the series. The ones that you listed, Zelda 2 and Metroid Prime Pinball, unless I'm wrong, didn't really get the best rep. So I'm not exactly sure when you say Black Sheep if you're referring to games that have a bad reputation or just very odd compared to the rest of the series. If it's the latter, where it's just somewhat odd and it doesn't really necessarily have to be bad, I'd probably say Double Dash, because I feel like Mario Kart Double Dash takes a really big spin from the rest of the Mario Kart series that just has not been replicated, where you can have two people on the same cart. I think that's pretty dang sick. If we're just talking about games that kind of are a black sheep of their franchise because they're kind of bad and are like, not really sure. Yeah, maybe I'd agree with Zelda 2. Maybe, you know, I think the ones that you listed are pretty good. It's just, they're black sheeps for a reason. Once I play Luigi's Mansion 3, I'll see if it kind of tickles my fancy enough to do a should you buy video on it. Ooh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I haven't heard that in so long, man. I've played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue. I don't remember too much about it, but if I do end up playing it and I have something to say, I of course will make a video on it. You know, it's really sad that I'm reading something like this about videos I decided not to make, especially because the comments that you guys are suggesting here were halfway through June Zoom 2, and it, unfortunately didn't make the cut because of my shoulder, so I'm really gonna have to crack down on July here, or August, because I'm taking a bit of a trip in mid-July. Oh man. I appreciate that Forces lets you make an avatar character. A big thing about the Sonic fanbase for years has been its OCs, you know? Like, Sonic the Hedgehog series is infamous for how many OCs it spawned from people, and I think it's pretty wholesome and cool that Sega gave the fans an opportunity to make their own character in the game. Yeah, we'll talk about it at some point. Again, look up the video Quiet Sadness of Super Mario Galaxy. I hate Pikmin! Torpedo 10 is pretty cool. It's not your fault, but I've answered this question so many times, probably need to make a video on it. Bobbery. I guess I didn't really feel the difference between the two too much. Well, favorite one is City Escape, of course, which I've already talked about, and least favorite one, haven't really gotten to it yet. Ooh, rating Sonic's waiting animations. That's a good one. I mean, I really enjoy the one from Sonic CD just because he says screw you and just jumps off. Most important aspect of another Sonic Adventure game, besides the Chow Garden, is making it so you can play as different characters and the stories of those characters are interwoven with the other characters. Not like Sonic Heroes where like, oh, the teams meet, they battle for no reason, and then they leave, right? I'm talking like, you know, in Sonic Adventure, you know, you go through Sonic's story and you might see Gamma at one point or Big at one point, and you play through Gamma's story and it interweaves with Sonic's story, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or if I were to talk about SA2, the Hero and Dark Side stories, you get the different perspectives of what's going on, and it makes a full story at the end, which I think is pretty cool. So, in a sense, I would say, make sure that the characters have their own stories that interweave with one another, and there's a Chow Garden. I've only seen the memes, but just based on the memes alone, I think the game is amazing. Starship Mario, The soap shoes. I already did that, man. Screw Birdly. I've been suggested this one before, I'll take a look at it. They're just trying to have fun. I don't know if I mean, Cap Kingdom's alright, but I don't know if I like it enough to make an analysis video on it. Chow dialogue? I mean, when do the Chow talk? You mean like their little bubbles or just their little noises they make? Oh, that's most certainly been done before. I probably wouldn't have anything new to say. Wow, City Escape is such a boring answer, but man would I love to live in San Francisco. I love Bobbery. King Boom Boo is just scary, dude. Maybe that's why no one talks about him. Look, man, I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry for putting you on blast. This is my heartfelt apology to you, T. Stewart. I hope you're watching this, and I hope you hear my heartfelt apology. It's like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've been recording this over the course of a few days. It's like 4:11 a.m. right now, and I'm just trying to get the rest of this done. There's a lot of you guys to respond to. But you, T. Stewart, it's like, okay, now it's like 4:12 a.m. my time, and this is my apology to you. I apologize for putting you on blast. Oh yeah, we'll get those done in some live streams in the future. Oh man, another Ace Attorney tier list. I can do that one. I'd definitely put, dude, Edgeworth is such a good character, and Godo, and there's just a lot of great Ace Attorney characters, Jesus. Maybe when they fix the bots, I will. 100%. I'd like to see a sequel to Sonic 06 called Sonic 06 2 just to see the internet blow up. I've only gotten halfway through Sonic Mania. I need to finish it. Some Dark Souls birds will probably be way up there. I hate Goombas. I don't know, but I know for sure Waluigi Island would be on there. I think I'd put my theory videos up there, like the Koopa the Quick one and my Chow Kindergarten one. Those ones just came into my brain just out of nowhere, and I'm pretty convinced of them. They're so great! I'm sure there's no violations. As of right now, the game is no longer on sale. What if Toad is a power-up mushroom? I think it's already been done. I think the more consistent dice is what people agreed is the best. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. The Sonic Heroes chronology really confuses me. Maybe it's just because sometimes, like, different teams go through the same stage at what feels like the same time. Like, do they all go through Seaside Hill at the same time? I don't really know. Probably something of an in-between between the forms that we did see. Well, you got your top reward path, your middle path if you didn't do anything special, and your bottom path, which is if you fail. They got there because, I don't know, maybe EGAD just blasted them over. I want the Balloon Boo from New Super Mario Bros. DS back. Well, you see, you've got your momentum loops from most of the games, you've got your stick-to-the-wall loops from Sonic 06, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll get to it. I'd probably do a Sunshine one. Maybe it's because of the name, it's pretty stupid, honestly. Haven't played it. Well, hopefully I remember. I hate Pikmin. Another OSHA violation one. Another Mario Maker one. Well, this one's more analyzing. No, wait, no, this is another Mario Maker one. Vex. For a remake of Thousand Year Door, just make it so Mario could do his little spin maneuver from Paper Mario 64, and I'm good. I love throwing the bowling ball back at the Mii's and Wii Bowling. I'd like to do a track based on one of Persona 5's palaces. That'd be pretty sick. I want to hug Bowser. I can't sing, man, but City Escape is about Sonic's desire for freedom, Live and Learn is about Sonic and Shadow not giving up against incredible odds and just trying to beat up this lizard boy, and Sonic Heroes is just Sonic being cheesy. That'd be a long video, are you sure you want that? I need to play every single one of them in order to do something like this. Eggman Land tortured me, you think it deserves an analysis video? Mario Party DS setting is pretty sick. No, I just saw Miscolored Pixel, I'm skipping this one. Honestly, I don't remember it too well. I remember Act 2 more. The main codes that really fix, the Mario Parties 4 through 7 are the ones that replace the bad minigames like Trapeze Artist with other minigames. Anything but pixels from Super Paper Mario. I like the dual hook so much. Yeah, we'll do one of these one day. Why would I reveal the mystery right here and now? The correct way to say it is Hydro City, right? But I can understand why some people call it Hydrocity because it sounds cooler. I guess I already did it then. Good job me. Oh yeah, the cutscene is so sick. Should I really do another video bashing Sonic Forces? Again, Mario, if they can pull it off, just don't have anyone speak. It could just be some, like, Tom and Jerry kind of thing. No more eating, no more eating. Nah, but I haven't finished Super Mario Bros. 2, although I have gotten about halfway through it. Cranky Kong, even though he isn't really listed in the song. Y'all really like Sonic Robo Blast 2, huh? I main Dr. Mario. I love Luigi's Casino. I don't even know how he got that place. No, I can't spoil people. Probably Knuckles uppercutting the crap out of Super Sonic. Not the Shadow Mario one that's repeated a bunch of times, that's for sure. Another OSHA violation one. What is with you guys? Oh yeah, that video has already been made. Yeah, we'll get to them. I'm glad you like the Phoenix Wright parody videos. I enjoy them too. Oh, I'm sure he can do it. He's about as fast as Adventure Sonic and he can fly, so this should be easy. I was gonna say 6, but it has some boards that just aren't really balanced, and 3 has Game Guy, but I would still choose 3 despite that. I love 3 because it's so balanced. Oh man, this is a good one. Which, I don't know if I could talk about which ones have the most nutritional value per se, but which ones look tastiest I definitely could do. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to it, don't you worry. Probably just ghost houses. Oh, like a high school yearbook kind of thing, I dig that. No, it's all of them. It's all of them. Stop trying to make me choose between levels in Super Mario Sunshine. Okay, well, let's see here. Are we talking Mario Kart or are we just talking regular? Because I'm sure Mario and Luigi would be responsible, although I don't think Bowser would take you in a regular car. He'd probably take you in his flying Koopa Clown mobile. In which case, I hope we don't get shot down and killed. 3 and 6. Yeah, sure, I'll add it to my catalog of 1,000 games. I think it's a pretty cool callback. I mean, Bowser does his little fire blast thing from the original Super Mario Brothers, so I like it a lot. Mainly, we just be talking about Sunshine again and the Mario and Luigi series. Frankly, the platforming games doesn't really do, like, the various cultures in the Mario universe too much justice. 3D Mario just tends to be more creative than 2D Mario. That's just how it's been these years. Dude, Super Sonic's busted. Have you played that game? That's a lot of tier lists, man. Holy crap. I think eventually, by the end of my lifetime, we'll have done this suggestion. Yes, we'll get to it. No. Okay, that was mean. Yeah, eventually. My taste buds are gonna die. I love the level select menus, man. The level select menus are so cute. Okay, I wasn't expecting a JoJo suggestion, but you know what? I'm gonna roll with this one. Part 1 would be awful. You'd probably get turned into a vampire. Part 2 is kind of an adventure with a little funny man. Part 3, if I get my own stand, could be pretty cool as well. Part 4 is a little bit more laid back, where you're kind of chilling in the town. Maybe not as fun on the adventure. Part 5 is freaking horrifying, but again, if I get my own stand and I get to chill with the boys, I think that'd be pretty cool. Part 6 is just prison time, so I don't think that would be very fun. Part 7, some horse stuff I haven't read. I've only read like a quarter of it, I believe. So out of all those, I love Part 2. I want to hang with Joseph Joestar, so that's my list. just Part 2 at the top. Ah, man, I haven't played any of the Spyro games, I'm sorry. I don't actually know what the Fire Emblem is. Oh, you don't want to know what happened to that Koopa in 1-1. That would take years just for me to say City Escape at the top. Or would it? Once I do enough analysis videos, I bet I could do this. Oh, stop spoiling my video ideas, man. I was gonna do a video like this, and I still am, but you frustrate me. Yeah, we'll get to this at some point. Look, just practice your hygiene. Make sure that you're, being friendly and open with yourself, not too overreaching, and you should be good. Haven't played it. I have no clue why Rosalie is categorized as, like, heavy large. Is it because of her height? I assume it's because of her height, or maybe gravity's just weird on, like, the observatory, and it translates oddly to... I mean, she is some, like ethereal being, so I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason she's heavier on a different planet. Oh, I would love to do a video based on, like, different mini-games I would create for Mario Party, if only for Nintendo to just steal them and not give me credit. It does go the same order every time. Unfortunately, there is no identifying luck for Mario Party Superstars, So that's something people are going to have to figure out for themselves, at least for now. Oh, I'm sure I'll inadvertently get to this one in the future. I think that one Chow stat fruit, the blue one, looks absolutely delicious. I don't really know if I want to answer this one, because like the kind of idea I have in mind is a little unique, and I don't really want it to be stolen or done before me. So I apologize, I won't be saying it, but maybe some point in the future can get something going. They learn to fight from plumbing, of course. Yoshi. Look, I just want a boo, man. Why do you keep making me bring up the balloon boo? Oh yeah, Metal City from Sonic Riders is actually a pretty well-designed course. If I could find a way to get, like, free camera working around in that space, then I'd certainly make a video on it. I'd probably put GameCube and Wii up top. If I'm trying to be somewhat realistic, we should probably go above GameCube because we can just play all the GameCube games, you know? And also had free online and stuff, so Wii was pretty top tier. I just put Wii U near the bottom. So if I were to make like a very solid tier list on it, and I was being somewhat fair, I'd probably make it like Wii, Switch, GameCube. You know, my personal favorite is the GameCube, but the Wii, because, you know, nostalgia and all that, because I love its library, right? But I have to factor in backwards compatibility, so Wii would be above GameCube. Then maybe I'd just put GameCube and Switch are like somewhat tied. Then I'd give it SNES, N64, Wii U, and then NES, because in terms of libraries and all that. But if we were just talking about innovation stuff, then NES would obviously be a lot higher. I tell them to rewatch Identifying Luck, and that they failed. They have people who just speak regular words in musicals, right? Like, musicals don't always have to be just singing. They could just be people who are just talking, you know? And then it turns into music, right? So, there you go. A tiny part of it was just a musical right now. I am fully convinced that Sonic could be one of the best breakdancers in the world, but he hasn't attempted it yet. Oh man, you're really trying to torture me with something like this, aren't you? I have no clue. Most to least objective? You mean from like least opinionated to most opinionated? I think that would be obvious though, wouldn't it? Oh, Sonic the Fighters, like the impact of the punches and kicks in that game are really sick. Yeah, we'll get to it. Ooh, a vacation plan style video. I'll write that one down. Yes, no, dude, it's really cool that the castle courtyard for Mario 64 is right there on the track. How, like, you could be going into the race, but you could just kind of depart to the right, or just, detour to the right, and just fool around there. I really loved doing that as a kid. I've played a lot of Halo 3. I've played quite a bit of Halo Reach. I have so many hours in Terraria, so many hours into Celeste. I've played through the entire Danganronpa series and loved it. I loved Persona 5 Royal. I loved playing the Ace Attorney series. So those are a few off the top of my head. I've done my time in Team Fortress 2. I mean, you can look me up on Steam and see the hours I have and everything, dude. I do play games that aren't just Mario and Sonic, but I tend to have more to say on the Mario and Sonic stuff, and I'm not sure if that's because I'm just used to saying it nowadays, because my channel's composed of mainly Mario and Sonic, or if it's because I just prefer talking about them. I think I'll try to branch out at some point in the future. I will never forget the time I saw the Smash Ball logo in the Inkling's eye for Smash Ultimate. That's probably the hypest teaser I've ever seen for a video game. I love that the Mario and Luigi games actually engage in world building. Fire Drive, baby! I love that badge. My blue coin children are doing just fine, thank you for asking. Yeah, the Goomba family's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that one. Oh, we're gonna get to it in the Zyke Down New Super Mario Bros. Series, but there was a boss in World 7 that I think is actually sick, but World 6's boss, the Monty Tank, love him. Oh, this is a very, very interesting question that I am gonna have to write down once more. Which pipe is the longest in any Mario game? You would have to look at where the entrance is, where the exit is, and then try to graph or try to calculate what the distance is between those two spots to figure out how, like, the length of the pipe that Mario actually traveled through. That's a really interesting one. I don't know. Every single orb character? Or are you talking about just the orbs or the characters with the orbs? Or did you want me to rate the fireball orb as opposed to the sucking orb and so on and so forth? Oh yeah, we'll get to some SA1 analysis. It's because the GameCube discs being small is just cute. I think a Toadsworth game could be cute. I have no idea what he would do. Maybe he could, like, manage the Mushroom Kingdom. It could be like a Mushroom Kingdom manager kind of game, where you have the Toads build different parts of Peach's castle, and, like, you kind of manage them Sim style or something like that. This is just off the top of my head. I can't think of what else he would be doing. That'd be a cute compilation video. I feel like that it might already exist, though. I do want to explain the plot of the Subspace Emissary, but with food puns only? I'm not sure about that. Look, if I ever get around to it, I'll try my hardest to remember to throw some food puns in there for you, okay? Is that a good compromise? Oh, a Zyke down on Super Mario World would be really nice. Haven't played Half-Life. I've only played Path of Radiance, although I have seen how the series has progressed, so, you know, maybe at some point when I play more Fire Emblem games I could talk about it a bit more. I don't care, I just want Mario and Sonic to talk with one another. Stop stealing my video idea, stop stealing my video idea! Rating the Mario Party boards without any need for explanation, so what, it's just gonna be like a 20-second video of like just 7, 7, 6, 1, 10, 9, and like we just go like that? Yeah, I know, dude, again, I want to do one on Maruki. I don't feel like any of them would be safe. Airship Fortress is pretty cool. I'll take a look at that one and see if I have some things to say on it, like I did the Waluigi pinball video. I don't think a blue shell should have been a character, but man, I mean, it would have made people even more upset than the Piranha Plant. Ooh, ranking every subspace cutscene just based on how cool it is and stuff. I could start from the bottom, go to the top. Another good live streaming idea. Canon storyline in Shadow the Hedgehog? I don't know, man. Like, I think the somewhat canon one is the hero route, you know? Because that's the one that best flows into the last story. Every single Portrait Ghost, dude. I don't write music, but if someone could, like, make the lyrics for me, I might consider it. I like to be able to play as Tails and Shadow again. But, like, you know, make it so Shadow can teleport. Waluigi, if he counts. Because they're cute, there's no other reason you need. I really am gonna have to do a list like this sometime, huh? Haven't played that game, but I like your icon. I love Time Lords. Haven't played enough Zelda games, sadly. Pretty June zoomy. I love Bowser's Inside Story so much. But it's scary. I actually really like the look of Magic Hand. Like, Magic Hand is so, like, pink, purple, and fluffy. It's just happiness, you know? It's just your own personal heaven. Well, I know for sure the bandana ones would fly off immediately. I'd have to look into the Captain Falcon anime to see what he's like as a person. I'm sure most of them have a fairly normal sleep schedule, whereas, you know, some of them, like the bounty hunters, you know, like you got Samus, who may be a bit nocturnal. The Wii undoubtedly has the best main menu interface out of all the Nintendo consoles in terms of usability, where you just click on the channel, you can click on the settings, everything felt really nice, right, in terms of usability. Switch One is okay, but it felt a little hard. It feels like some things shouldn't be where they actually are. Like, if you want to set your status as offline, you have to go to, like, your profile icon for your friends instead of the settings or some weird thing like that. I don't really dig the Switch one too much. I like the Wii one a lot. In terms of aesthetics, though, the GameCube one is sick, because it's a holographic cube that you flip between around and stuff. Oh, I love it so much. Nothing, they're ghosts. You know, I should make more videos about, like, my video game ideas for different Mario games or pre-existing franchises, because it's like, no one can really steal those. I mean, I guess Nintendo could, but then everyone would somewhat know it was my idea if I get on a megaphone enough. So, I'll consider doing them more in the future. This feels more like an animation, and I can't animate, so I apologize about that. Life is unfair for Waluigi, but let's be honest, if he really got his own spotlight, wouldn't that take all the spotlight away from him, ironically? Based on name alone, Monkey. If you don't tap your fingers or whatever part of your body to a rhythm game, you're probably not human. Yeah, we'll get to it. The Mario Galaxy skyboxes are really cool, because it's just infinite, deep, dark space. It's almost scary, but somewhat comforting in a weird way. That'd be hard, because I feel like some Sonic locations are just a little bit inconsistent, like Angel Island. I'd have to play Breath of the Wild first. I did a little bit, but I still need to pick it back up and continue. I ain't driving a big rig. Delfino once more. Oh, I love to throw my hat in the ring on how the Pokeballs work. I hope there aren't that many videos on it. I'd say just fun, charming, and colorful. Those are the three adjectives I would use to describe a Mario game. And the gameplay can be somewhat unique in an aspect. Maybe it's tackling something new. But at the end of the day, I think if it's colorful, if it's fun, and if it's charming, then that's what constitutes a Mario game. Bowser, dude. I love King DDD's Final Smash. I'm so glad they brought back Mass DDD. Probably the blue shell power-up from New Super Mario Bros. DS. I love how it makes it so you interact with the levels in a completely different way, and you figure out which levels can and cannot be passed via the blue shell power-up. I'm not answering this one because you didn't put a space between Hydro and City. Oh, that'd be interesting. I think it'd be cool to kind of have it be like a Mario Party 3 dual mode kind of deal, where whatever Pokemon you have has certain abilities where if you go towards someone, then your Pokemon... Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So how about It's like Mario Party 3's duel mode, where you pick what trainer you have, and then what Pokemon you have in the front, and what Pokemon you have in the back, and they have different abilities based on that. It'd be just like Mario Party 3's duel mode. And then you can gather stars like that too, but if you get your health reduced down to 0, then maybe you lose like a few turns or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that eventually. I know the Francis one would be on top. Haven't played... Oh no, I have played Skylanders before when I was really little, but I don't remember enough about it. I think Chibi Robo's been given like a little bit more love lately, especially during the Smash ballot phase. I heard a lot of people were trying to vote him in, although I don't have too much of an opinion because I haven't played his game, but from what I've seen, he looks pretty cute. I still need to play Bowser's Fury. I'd have to look through them. I mean, it certainly was an impact. Jesus, good job for you, Mumbo Jumbo. I'm playing the music. Oh yeah, I love the voice lines at the end of every stage in SA2. I wouldn't want a Mario Party mobile game. Could do that after the end of Zyke Down for the new Super Mario Bros. DS series. Oh, best chapter in Kid Icarus Uprising. Oh man, that's a really tough one. The first one that comes to mind is the Ring chapter, if you know what I'm talking about. Just the first time that whole concept was introduced, I really dig that. I'd have to look into DK Mountain. It didn't really jump to my mind as a track I'd want to do an analysis video on, but hey, who knows? Well, I guess I'm doing it. I would really like a world centered around Peach's castle, so maybe Bowser took over it, but didn't really remodel it entirely yet. Maybe it was partial, so you go through the gates, and maybe there's some Goombas and all the Hammer Bros and stuff, so his enemies are still there, and it's like partially remodeled. You go through the courtyard, the dining room, and eventually you get to the end of it. I think that would make for a really cool world. I should get into speedrunning, although it would just take so much time. That's my main reservation about it. I hate Pikmin. A 4-way tie in Mario Party 3? Oh, that'd be so difficult. Oh my gosh, that'd be a fun challenge though. They look very, very similar. They're just a purple Bob-omb looking thing with some arms, but I like the Chuck It from Mario 64 more just because it looks cuter. Haven't played it. Oh, probably Grandmaster Galaxy at the very end. I really, really love difficult Mario levels that are official, because that just shows you that the developers are not fooling around and they want to turn this thing into a Kaizo machine. Not in the sense that it's unfair per se, but because it's difficult. Once I play through Mania to its full extent, I could see myself doing something like this. I don't really like carpeted floors too much, because if you spill something, then it just becomes a bit of a hassle. I prefer wooden floors. They're a bit easier to clean. I like it when my feet feel like somewhat cold on them, not necessarily warm. I feel safer when I put my computer on a wooden floor instead of a carpeted floor, so that's just my deal. It's not necessarily that the mini stars are inferior to the regular coins and stars from the earlier Mario parties, it's just the fact that everybody was in the same car together while gathering them. If everybody was separated and the mini stars were a concept, or a gameplay mechanic, I don't think as many people would have minded. You can drop them now, it's okay man, once I play it. I think Sakurai's already got you covered. Every Smash character already has a nickname whenever you enter with them in the boxing ring. My taste buds are dry. Oh, I haven't gone to the flop side bar despite playing Super Paper Mario a lot. I don't really remember the minions too well to begin with, though. Boy, wouldn't you like to know. Screw the host characters. Ooh, a history of Rogueport. I wonder what we could really do with that. You're kind of given a backstory of it at the beginning of the game, but I'm sure there are some implications and things you can dive into right after that. Yeah. Identifying luck on a game that has no RNG. What, would it be called identifying skill? A lot of water, and not as much sleep as you think. Haven't played Bayonetta, and honestly, it's kind of on the back burner of stuff I want to get to. So a supercut of just all the ohs and ah moments of my analysis videos, I think that could be pretty good. I don't want to cook Pokemon, but some of them do look pretty tasty though. I've read a bit of the beginning of the Archie comics, but the storyline wasn't like too gripping to me. I've seen some of the later stuff though, and I think it's pretty good. There are a lot of N64 games that I still need to get under my belt, and Bomberman 64 is one of them. Yeah, we'll get to it. Dude, Fawful is awesome. I love how he's just kind of in the background of Superstar Saga, in the underground in Partners in Time, and then he's like, alright, now it's my turn, and then he becomes the big bad in Bowser's Inside Story. I know I'd love to see another city trial mode, maybe not exactly the same city, it could just be a completely different area. I just want a mode to function like city trial. It doesn't even have to be called city trial. It could be space trial or something where it takes place on a planet. Who knows? I just want another city trial kind of like gameplay, okay? I'd be cool if that was just the main game mode and they say screw the racing. He already found it. Maybe Knuckles just places his trust that the Master Emerald will not get stolen or something. Why did Waluigi Island come to mind, even though that would be a terrible place to live? Shh. They're just gemstones. What do you think they would taste like? What have I done to you guys? I'm actually a pretty big fan of Paper Luigi, but my favorite Mario and Luigi designs might be from the Mario and Luigi series, like Superstar Saga. I just love all their sprites. You can't, you always will. I haven't seen it. Also, I hate your icon. There aren't any Mario Kart tracks that I think are offensively terrible, just ones that are rather boring, like the Mario Kart 8 starter track. I like Luigi Circuit from Double Dash because the oncoming traffic from the other side people run into each other and that's kind of interesting. But Mario Kart 8 starter like Mario Circuit just isn't really that cool. Yeah, I should get back to having some fun with those. I'd probably like Mario Party 9 to 10 a little bit more if it was like the other one, sure, even if it was the same boards. On a wide scale, I think it'd be cool if every Mario Party game had an optional 8-player mode. He is, I'll confirm it right here. I already made a video on that. Man, I don't know what kind of game a Waluigi game would even be like. An RPG? A platformer? I have no clue. Dude, don't talk to me about the Mario Kart DLC, man. I already freaked out. I already made a preemptive video freaking out about it. That's a secret for later. I don't know what that is, I apologize. Hardest Mario Party minigame to recreate IRL? Well, probably one of the space ones, if I imagine. Probably just someone that drops bombs. My favorite Mario 64 levels are probably the ones that are on the floor, like right under the top floor. I don't know what to call that. The second floor? Like, I love Tiny Huge Island. I think Wet Dry World is like really cool with the raising up and down water levels. I think Tall Tall Mountain is cool. That's probably my favorite floor area. Other than that, I think the booze haunted area is pretty sick. And TikTok clock. Guys, stop it. I don't want to taste anymore. This is getting to be too much, man. This is like the 20th submission. Like, it feels like the 20th one. Oh, you're talking about the Hero Garden music. Oh, yes. It's so angelic. It's so brilliant. That's the garden I spend most of my time in. So I decided to look up what games came out in what years, and I looked through a lot of lists, and it seems like 2007 was kind of a banger. So it released Portal, which is an absolutely amazing game, Call of Duty 4, which I hear is like highly praised, Halo 3, which I dumped so much of my time into. World of Warcraft came out with its first expansion, Burning Crusade, which a lot of people tout as the best expansion of that game. My personal favorite is Wrath, of course. You know, you got Rock Band, which tons of people love, and Super Mario Galaxy. So like all this crap just kept getting pumped out over and over again. And then you got the first BioShock, you got the first Assassin's Creed, and then you got Mass Effect, and like so many franchises were just birthed there. It was kind of an insane year. So that's probably the pick that kind of stood out to me the most. 2017 of recent years is pretty big if you're like a Nintendo fan, because I'm pretty sure there was, off the top of my head, Super Mario Odyssey came out in 2017, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, then you got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I believe, and in terms of indie games, you had Cuphead and you had Hollow Knight, and there's probably a few others that I'm missing, but I remember 2017 being pretty good too. Did not everyone find the Air Necklace an aquatic mine? Yeah, the Mario Strikers logo's pretty good. I love the Sunshine logo, though. I'd say that there's like 70% of the blue and red spaces, about like 80% of them are blue and 20% of them are red. I haven't seen many scrap Nintendo crossovers. That might be interesting to look into. By every character, I think you're referring to the Mario characters, right? In which case, I really like Waluigi's elf shoes. I really liked Frightmare from Mario Party 5. I think that was a pretty good boss. I need to look into the lost content more, because I know I'd have a lot of stuff to say on. Maybe most underrated Sonic characters. Kind of hard to say, because it feels like almost every Sonic character kind of has a fan base around them. But one of the Sonic characters that I feel like isn't talked about too much is probably Mephiles. I mean, he's the only guy that really got the job done, if you know what I mean, and I think his design is pretty sick. Name me a game and I'll think about it, because all that's coming to mind right now is just a bunch of random platforming levels. Okay, this is clever. So, the format of a level design commentary, but I'm talking about a real world place. So, like, I'm analyzing, like, the Eiffel Tower stuff, and I'm talking about how great the game design is, and like, oh, you see how tall it is, and it's like the figurehead of this whole area, which lets you know, so all that stuff, I see that. Alright, I'm gonna have to write that one down. I know Mario Party 6's story mode boards wouldn't be on there. I could probably go a whole Mario game without dying if I really wanted to. Doing Mario Sunshine 100% without dying? Oof, I don't know if I could pull that off though. If you lose a life to anything, you have to draw whatever caused you to lose a life. That'd be a fun livestream challenge. I don't remember how the Dreamcast lost, honestly, because every time I look back on it, it just impresses me more and more with how ahead of its time it was. I think I'd have to look into it. I don't know if it was the lack of games or if things were glitchy. I'm not really sure. Yeah, ranking stuff is cool. I'd rather kind of talk about individually each treasure hunting stage, and then you can kind of, see which good and bad on your own terms. Fix another forces level. Yeah, I do want to look more into forces, and I think there's another inquiry about this before, but now that I think about it, instead of kind of like bashing a level or bashing a forces level, I think it's better to take the approach of how could this have been made better, so the video doesn't feel so overly negative. Not more birds. Why do the Toads in Peach's Castle need to unionize? I thought, aren't they taken care of? No, I have not talked about an FNF mod or anything like that. I'm gonna be honest, like, the FNF beeps and boops kind of hurt my ears a little bit, but one of my good friends has shown me the Sonic.exe mod. It is absolutely bonkers and pretty sick. Favorite anime I've seen this year? Are you talking about anime that's like aired this year, or just anime that's been ongoing? If we're talking ongoing, it's gotta be Kaguya-sama. It has basically grabbed my heart and is the best romance story I've ever seen, and it's absolutely hilarious. And the dub is amazing too, so if you're not even a fan of anime and you can't really get into like reading the subtitles, go watch Kaguya-sama Love is War. Please do it, man. Like, even in dub, they make a SpongeBob reference. Like, there's a point in the show where like 3 hours passes and the narrator goes, 3 hours later. It's so great, and they localize it so well. It definitely deserves all the praise. But if you're talking about an anime that just started airing this year, then it'd probably be Spy Family. I'm a really big fan of it. Screw Kirby! You're King Dedede! I already did that one, Super Setting Sunshine. The absence of a white outline already makes a Paper Mario game better than any Paper Mario game that has a white outline. But other than that, mainly just the partners, the customization for your Mario character, right? Like all the different kinds of badges is what I'm referring to, and a really tight and flashy battle system. That's what I see as a Paper Mario game. I wouldn't really say Star Fox 64 had the best voice acting. It sounds a little funny and quirky. You too with the Kirby? Screw Mario power-ups. I don't want to eat anymore. How does an average player react to an item in Mario Party? Probably something like, Berserker sucks. Well, this one is certainly getting up there. I don't know how he'd accomplish that, but I hope he does. I haven't played Billy Hatcher. Thank you, though. The classic version of City Escape is fine. It's not anything, like, too amazing. The modern one is okay. Like, they get the skateboarding section, or the snowboarding section down the streets pretty good. The middle section is kind of mediocre, like there isn't really much interesting level design. They nailed the truck section at the end though, because you're expecting the truck, right? Which kind of takes away from the surprise when you first saw it in Sonic Adventure 2, but they add rockets and make it fly, which is almost nostalgic in a way, because you haven't seen the rockets before in Sonic Adventure 2, but it adds a new flavor to the truck and makes you go, oh crap, in the same way you said oh crap when you first saw it in Sonic Adventure 2. So I thought it was a really clever and fun way to make you surprised at the truck scene again at the end of City Escape. Probably the one that has someone that sounds like they're going like, oh, or I don't know how to do it, but it sounds like someone, it sounds like they're moaning almost, but I just find it really funny. Yes, Al Delfino's an amazing vacation spot from Super Mario Sunshine. I don't need a video on that. How dare you waste a submission? Bobbery. I don't know if I could play the kazoo nor tap dance. Oh, we can't just do a brief analysis of Meteor Herd. I hate Pikmin. I should look into the bots and their AI for Mario Party boards. One of my personal favorite items in Smash is the one where you can kind of, it's like the beetle where you could throw it and then they'll just carry you up to the top of the stage. Like, anytime, like, I've gone over to a birthday party and there was, like, a little kid, and, like, I'm over here playing Smash against these, like, 8-year-olds who think they're hot stuff, and I'm obviously just trying to slaughter these guys in a 1v6 or whatever I have you, and I just throw one of these beetles and they scream at a high pitch as they're getting flown up to the ceiling blast zone. There is no greater feeling than that. They all taste like honey. I'd probably want to play through Pokemon Yellow first. Will the rap section of the Low Poly Monkey song do good for you? If so, just go watch my Low Poly Monkey video. Favorite Bowser fight? Oh man, that's such a tough one. Does the final boss of Bowser's Inside Story count? I don't know if it does. It probably doesn't. The new Super Mario Bros. Wii Bowser fight is so memorable to me, especially with 4 people. It was so unexpected, but the Galaxy one is insane, and even the Odyssey. Oh god, I take it back. The Odyssey one is so cool. Even just the final section of Odyssey. I don't know if that counts either. Why would you ask such a question? If I ever analyzed Smash Brothers, I wouldn't call it identifying luck. I feel like that wouldn't really make sense. Waluigi looks the same, doesn't he, in almost every game? I think his N64 appearance looks different, but that's just because he has less polygons. Tier list of VTubers based on their performance in Mario Party. I have seen the Hololive girls play Mario Party before, and it's a bit rough. I think it'd be really fun to play with them, but oh god, it'd be kind of a slaughter. Maybe the shipwrecked Pianta just likes being shipwrecked. I'm pretty sure by the end of Sunshine he actually makes it back to Aldolfino though. Oh, we're gonna get to the Rainbow Roads! Haven't played them. I like how we call them Smash Brothers characters, but that's beside the point. Number 1 is probably Ike, followed by Shulk, followed by Mario. Yeah, the flying enemies in Sonic Heroes look kinda weird. What is the most unobscure Mario enemy that isn't in a mainline game? Wario from freaking Mario Land? He looks kind of kooky in that, and I mean, I guess it's mainline though. I guess it's mainline, but I'm not counting it for the sake of this question, just so it's easier. Wah. I dig this suggestion. I'm gonna have to write it down. All Chow are equal. Did you just play Super Paper Mario with those other 3 games in terms of new, lower quality Paper Mario games? I haven't watched the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie yet. I want to watch it in theaters with friends soon, though. How would control stick in every game that's not Mario Party even work? I mean, that'd be pretty cool, though. If I was a Luma, I would love to turn into a black hole so I can destroy the universe. Oh, that'd be a good live stream one. Wow, there's a lot of ranking requests. If we're talking about the earlier ones like GameCube, very. Yeah, we'll do it. I should look at that. It's a pretty well-designed stage. No. Why do you guys think that the Toads are trying to revolutionize against Peach? What did she do? But I don't want to get copyrighted. If I said Lumas, would people hate me? Something tells me a harassment campaign wouldn't be the best for my public image. The Cuckoos. Look, all I know is that having multiple Goombas was pretty insane. Probably just Toad. I imagine they aren't really much of a fan of fire considering Bowser spitting it out all the time. Oh, The Legend of Zelda 3DS for sure. My favorite character is Komida, and yes, I will talk about him at one point. It's just, there's just so much to go into, I can't even do it right now. I thought it'd be cool if there was like a huge Peach's courtyard or something to go through, but the Mushroom Kingdom that they did just wasn't that interesting to me. Yeah, you probably could, living off the food that he eats. They kind of just use him as a punching bag, and I'm all here for it. Starburn sounds so cool, they sound so much cooler than Sunburn. Oh yeah, Mario is yoked. I don't know if the Goombas look different enough to make a video on something like that. That'd probably be like a small segment in a different kind of video, just regularly discussing Mario enemies. Oh, you don't want to know what that would look like. I'm sure there's some plot reason to explain that. Haven't played them. I don't have a tongue anymore. Not sure if I would prefer giving Bianco Hills a level analysis over any of the other Sunshine levels. Is Trek Super Party actually a thing? That'd be cool once I actually get through all the mainline games. I really don't want to wrestle a bear, but if I'm forklift certified, then I certainly have a better chance, right? Well, a lot of it is RNG based, though. Well, there's so many ways to get around and so many places to go to because there's rooms dedicated for, I imagine, all the different kinds of things, like sleeping, eating, and all that stuff. Man, I don't even know anymore. It was Sunshine for a long time, then I'm like, Thousand Year Door is pretty sick. And then I played Persona 5 Royal, and it was amazing. And I think back to Super Mario RPG, or I think back to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and games just keep popping up that I play. And I love Celeste, and there's just too many good games, man. I would really love to watch that in a live stream format. The Sandbird's hated because you just slip around a lot. There's a lot of slippery physics for no reason. I'll think about it. Sonic Adventure NPCs that they would get along with? I can't really think of any in particular that stand out in my mind. Oh, the Luigi's Mansion Moon would definitely be on the top of that list. It looks really cool. Haven't seen it, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'm pretty sure the bios are already written there, but it would be cool to do a whole story on all of them. He isn't. A Zyke is me, and I go fast because I want to. Probably Ludwig. Yeah, we'll do it. All of them would taste amazing. Online capabilities for consoles actually developed way earlier than people think. It's only around the late 2000s that it actually took off. I do plan on playing The World Ends With You at one point. But what if I hate Toads? The Mario Party 4 intro, despite its jankiness, is great in its own way. Most powerful enemy, just based on the attacks they use, appears to be Bowser, right? It genuinely looks like Bowser is the strongest. He can leap huge distances, he's able to breathe fire breath, he can make shockwaves, he's kind of a monster. I think it's a pretty solid entry. I'd put it around the middle, maybe a little above average in terms of Mario parties. Bobbery. Yeah, Wario Land 4 sick. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I like Sonic Lost World enough to make a video on it. All Shy Guys are great. Oh, you'll know what my favorite tracks are whenever I make a video on them. Favorite board to play on might be, you know, maybe Grand Canal from Mario Party 7. I love Pagoda Peak from Mario Party 7. Like, Egad's Garage from 6 is great. Like, strategically, Spiny Desert I think is amazing. Least favorite one, might be one of the straight line ones. I'm not too big. Probably Wario's Battle Canyon. Oh yeah, definitely that one. Wario's Battle Canyon is cheeks. Is it not pretty much the same ever since, like, 64 or something like that? Like, I know in the SNES Day Super Mario World, the coin sound effect was, like, being changed a lot, but I think recently it's somewhat the same. Although I do like all of them. That would require me gathering people to do so. Maybe. King K. Rool never had a fall from grace. He's amazing. He's in Smash Brothers. Not one of my favorite tracks, but maybe I'll get around to it. Man, we really need to make that Sticker Star video, don't we? I love some Big the Cat. Haven't played it, unfortunately. Wacky Days was something and nothing at the same time. I wonder if there is something to dig into with Super Paper Mario. I'd probably do one on Super Mario RPG. They are all harmful, trust me. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Don't even get me started. I'm pretty sure lives would be lost. Maple Treeway. Sunshine. Don't ask. I really need to learn music theory. Hey, I'm great at Mario Strikers. I swear if another one of you asks this question, it's Hydro City. I think all of them are pretty solid, but I do like the final boss battle quite a bit. When I started Identifying Luck, I simply didn't want to overcommit myself to games that I didn't have much experience on or have any passion for. And when Identifying Luck Mario Party 7 comes out, by then I'll have a good idea if I still want to continue the series. Oh man, probably that one, there's this Golden Strawberry Challenge on the first Celeste level. Like a platformer game, and that was absolutely an awful experience to go through. I mean, it felt very good to complete it, but man, was it hard. Very illegal. It's very significant. Not sure what you mean by this. Themes of each level set? I mean, I guess, you know, Sonic Team would, or Team Sonic would just be normal difficulty, Dark would be hard difficulty, Rose would be easy difficulty, and Chaotix is just weird difficulty. Linky Kong is pretty cool. That is some kind of cosplay idea you've got in your head. I wish I could pull it off. Maybe I can one day. I'm already rioting. No, stop it. Look, I want to make a Grisaya video. Stop it. Like, people keep asking me about that. Ugh. Nah, Woody Wood's too basic. Waluigi Island. One that I make in the future. I just love the durian so much, as annoying as it is. This tasting one doesn't even make sense. I've played Xenoblade 1, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I do plan on playing Xenoblade 2, if only because my friend really wants me to. And I also want to be ready to play Xenoblade 3. They just chill in the end. I do really like that boss battle. You know, I love how Godo, of all people, is the one talking about rating Coffee's effect on Mario when he's playing tennis. Maybe it makes him play better, maybe it makes him play worse. I'm not too much of a fan of them, but hey, they're a pretty good meme. Alright, gotta write this one down, good one. Give me a list of your favorite games and I'll consider it. We'll get to it. I plan on some of those videos. I actually prefer Portal 2 over Portal 1. I feel like it does a lot of things, like, a bit better in terms of the storytelling, in terms of the puzzles, and just the co-op mode in general. They don't. They're just kind of there, living their best lives. Or unlives. Why First World? Why can't we just do the final world instead? I like Yoshi's Island. It was one of mine too. Ooh, favorite Sonic art style? Oh man, that's a really good one. I love the renders from Sonic Adventure 2. I think my favorite Sonic design is Tyson Hesse's design, the Sonic CD looking one, and the one that's used in Sonic Mania Adventures. Reverse Mushroom. Oh, that's definitely possible. She did, didn't she? Oh, I'm sure you can do that for tons of games. If I choose one, I'm just gonna make all the other ones feel bad. Probably Donkey Kong. He was so unfairly lucky that they had to kick him out of the party and just make him an NPC. My hand. More playable, so just if they use that design, it's gonna be more playable for you? I guess, dude. It is pretty good. Mario Party 3 and 6. The theoretical perfect Nintendo Direct would have to just have every great franchise, every main franchise firing on all cylinders with a new game that looks interesting, feels interesting. Maybe they say online is free and they have this complete like overhaul of like they make this new console which is complete HD, has like zero latency whatsoever. You don't even have to pay for it. It has backwards compatibility with all the libraries in the past. Like, yeah, sure, that would theoretically be the most perfect Nintendo Direct. But I think if we're being a little bit more realistic with what would be the perfect one, it would just be, you know, a few of the main titles like Mario, Zelda, you know, could throw Kirby in there, could throw Pokemon in there, you know, having a big game come out and maybe a Smash reveal. Probably the cape. I love that cape. Whatever Toadsworth is. DM me on Twitter about it, and if I'm feeling nice enough, I might. Screw your stats in Mario Kart! DS expansion pack, how many more levels are there? You really used this to advertise yourself, didn't you? I respect it. You'll know when a video like that gets released. Well, you see, the timer is actually how long he has left to live, just in general, and he just has to keep running to the end of the level, or else the little mechanism in his brain's gonna go off and kill him. Excess Express would be at the top. Oh, I'm down for a game with him whenever. I'm sure he does. This suggestion could go very, very wrong. Are you talking about Thomas the Tank Engine? You're a funny Silva Gunner rip. Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with the music. Famous video game landmarks instead of the actual 7 Wonders of the World. That's good. I'll write that one down. Honestly, open world games and just the worlds that they throw you into tend to not really interest me too much because they tend to be the same, just here's a grass area, here's a desert area, here's this and that, you know? Like, it doesn't really even feel like fiction. It just feels like I'm walking through a grassland that I could be doing in real life. So, open world games don't really do it for me. I feel like they could do a lot more and make cooler areas with it. But the difference between the two, I guess, is Breath of the Wild's one is a little bit more fleshed out than Arceus's. Donkey Kong's impact extends beyond the universe. He is multi-dimensional. Yes, I'd be right there with you. I'd say the piano. I think I'm starting to hate food. I need to play Ape Escape. Anniversary Edition! Yeah, I should. But what if you're the faker? I'd probably do that on a live stream. Sheathing animations? So like, taking a weapon and then putting it back where it was, or I guess you don't count the... Well, I mean, maybe the fishing rod counts as one. Sheathing animations, how would that work? Then it'd have more splitting paths based on, you know, the different kinds of types, speed, power, and fly. I do love the Bug Fables characters. That would be pure insanity. Haven't played it. You know, if I use them in cooking, I have a feeling things would go terribly, terribly wrong. It would probably end up being a mistake. If I play Roblox once, some of my friends are going to keep me playing. There is no graceful presence for him. Did he die? I'm already dead. Haven't played it, but I plan to. Matt Pet's already got me covered on that one. Get out of my head. I played the first level of Sonic Spinball, thought it was kinda and then dropped it. Oh, don't get me started on the appearance of Mario Kart 8 stages, although the Mario Kart Tour ones are a bit more colorful. I love the storybook aesthetic. Look, the main reason I decided to make this month the one where I upload a video every day is just because I thought June Zoom sounded cool. There's no other reason. It's just so claustrophobic. I do like how about halfway through the level that it kind of changes and everything's burning. Oh, I can most definitely do that for City Escape. I think. Kid Icarus. Probably trapeze artist. But then I'm just gonna talk about the monkeys again. Oh, definitely Mario's. I mean, we've seen way more food variety in Mario's world than Sonic's. Not a fan of the word objectively, but the Mario game with the most infuriating design, I don't know, probably one of the... Can I say Hotel Mario? According to Shadow, he never updated the comment, but I will do another Chow Garden thing in the future. This is impossible. I have no more words for these prompts. No! I don't know if I'd say better. Man, I do need to play Mario Kart Tour. As much as I say, like, oh, I don't want to play any mobile games, I should give it a fair shot and at least see what it's about. Darn, you stole my idea! Crunchy is way better. Sure. Honestly, I think the screaming one has a special place in my heart because I yelled Mario Party and everyone in the livestream chat just found it hilarious. I think it's pretty sick. I really need to get into Dokapon. Afro Dude's up there for me. Not very sure. Most unpopular Sonic opinion, that's very difficult because Sonic's such a diverse franchise. But I guess one that's in my head is that I feel like the Sonic series could have absolutely survived and still can survive by having Sonic not speak at all, or like anyone not speak at all. You might think that sounds ridiculous and not possible to do, but look up the Sonic Mania Adventure shorts. They're absolutely amazing and charming and really fun to watch, and there's no words spoken at all. Definitely Kid Icarus Uprising, the writing in that game is so good. I guess sour cream and onion. I'd have to do that for over 1,100 comments, and I don't think I'm capable of that. So, I'll just do one for you. In which case, for this idea, you get a 1, but you're still cool. I don't know if I'm that good. Probably pretty tasty. Because, you know, it's cake. That I don't own, I really liked my PS4 when I had it and playing Persona 5 Royal. Well, it wasn't technically mine, it was my dad's, but he let me borrow it and then he ended up selling it. I hate you.
I don't know what that is.
Probably Waluigi. He's always the one that comes to mind for wacky ideas like these. Not epic commentary for something like that. I haven't played Cars for the GameCube, and I don't know if I ever will. I don't know, but Lord of the Flies would be really funny. I think you should look at some Summoning Salt videos for stuff like that. I think that's a good one. I'll think about it. I can't really think of a game that fits this. I'm not sure if I would make a Zoomzyke appreciation video about myself. I'll leave that to someone else. Oh, Wario has to be more rich than both of those people combined. It's just completely generic, no memorable characters, no memorable animation or choreography or antagonist. I barely remember anything about it, and my memory is normally good for the shows I watch. It's just completely atrocious. Like why would you watch it? I mean, maybe if you're just getting into anime and you're like, kind of young and stuff, and you're like, oh, it's pretty. Yeah, you might like somewhat like it, but once you watch like a couple shows that are actually decent, then you're like, oh, this is garbage. I already ate breakfast, too late. Oh, there has to be a video like that on YouTube already. I actually watched Space Jam when I was on a plane once, and I actually enjoyed it a little bit. Like, it was a little, like, wacky and stuff and kind of bad, but it was bad in a good way. No, High Poly Monkey is the arch enemy of Low Poly Monkey. I would never make a video on him. Neo Bowser City is a city that kills people. Haven't played it, but plan to. This is a good one. I'll remember it when I play Xenoblade 2. My favorite cat is, if we're just talking about video games, Big the Cat, and my least favorite would be Morgana from Persona 5. I'm so sorry, Morgana fans. I just found him really annoying and arrogant, and I know he was supposed to be a bro, and he is fun some of the times, but he just, almost every line, and just the way he thirsts over on, it's just weird. I appreciate the classic Sonic Zone transitions. All of them. Just make a medley of it. Oh, the American one over the Japanese one, absolutely, for sure. And I even watched the Japanese one fairly, like, around the time I watched the American one, so I don't have, like, too much of a bias in terms of, which one I saw first. But, yeah, American one. I actually don't listen to non-video game or anime music much, sorry. Oh yeah, Olimar is tiny, you could squish him between your fingers. Yep, we did it. Because he's him! Have you seen Waluigi? Yeah, I haven't played it. Man, I hate Mario is missing. Honestly, I'm not that good of a cook. I haven't really cooked much of anything. Sailor Waddle Dee, there you go. Super Monkey Ball 2 is pretty solid. Oh, Wario Land 4 deserves more than 20 seconds. Has no one really made a map of this before? Summoning Salt style. I don't know if our styles really match too much. I think Summoning Salt and I, sounded somewhat similar when I made my first Identifying Luck. But I started getting a little bit more energetic over the years as I kind of got more confident in my style. Yeah, I'll do it at one point. I love the Pinata Mafia TTYD. Ah, you see, most people have been asking to speedrun just a video game in general, but you're specifying a single level, in which case I would love to get really good at speedrunning City Escape, except I wouldn't really want to do the out-of-bounds glitches. If you're talking about the remake of Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, then I haven't played it, and if you're talking about Dark Moon, I haven't played it. Least favorite genre, I assume you're talking about video games. I haven't played enough of them, but it might be rhythm games, mainly because I feel like there's not too much experimentation with them. I do like the Cadence of Hyrule game, where the game kind of plays to the beat, where you move around your character and fight to the beat, and the bosses attack to the beat and stuff like that. Yeah. How many times do I have to say Ballyhoo? In-universe would probably have to be Waluigi, because even Wario, who seems to care for him to some degree, doesn't invite him to WarioWare at all. We'll get to it. Probably the most ingenious advertising I've ever seen in any video game ever. Oh, Super Mario World for sure. The map is better, and I feel like the power-ups are just more fun to use, and the colors are better too. I haven't played it, sorry. Not the barrel, don't remind me of the barrel. Considering one of them can turn you into a bowling ball, I hope the taste is worth that side effect. It always goes for me bowling, boxing, tennis, baseball, then golf. It's not a toupee, man, it's his real hair. That sounds like torture. It's probably gonna get mixed reviews, unfortunately. People really seem to like Lego games, huh? Once I play through the whole thing. Okay, every Boo name in Luigi's Mansion, that's a good one, because they're all puns and stuff. The one that sticks out to me is always Game Boo Advance. I'm not sure if I agree with this theory. It's certainly colorful. So do I. Wario World is just so weird and crazy and wacky. I like it a lot. No, I'm sure the custom dice block was necessary for those that couldn't time the sluggish room. Not a time god. Am I the time god? Yes. Can I put the blue spheres on top? Zario? That's a lot of WarioWare microgames. Probably because it's a bullet hell. What's the Super Mario door handle? No, haven't played it. That's gonna take so long. Because he's greedy. Of course he's gonna take stuff from you. Alright, talking about the kissing scene, because Sega deserved everything for what they did there. Not sure if I like it enough. I think the Jester hat would be funny. Honestly, my favorite Mario voice lines are in the alphabet video. Still, the skill fruit. You can use your imagination for that one. I love it. My dad got me a copy of Mario Party 5, and I got Mario Party 2 on the Wii Shop. Wario seems like the kind of guy. How would that make sense? You mean like for the story mode? I don't know. Please talk to Nintendo about that if you have an uncle that works there. It's beyond measuring. No. Yeah. I don't even know what this means. Rings. I think I want to put the pachinko machine up there just to frustrate people. Yes. I don't know if it's underrated. I think it's rated exactly where it needs to be. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, I'm sure there's tons of videos on like the lack of content in the recent sports games as of recently. I'm sure you can find that. Look, I don't want to taste any different flavor bananas. I'm sure they taste just fine. I'm not sure who would win that death battle. No, not more time travel shenanigans. I can't handle them anymore. I'm not doing this. I personally had the most fun with Team Dark, mainly because of the chaos control ability that freezes everything. We'll kinda get this as we talk more about the Mario Kart courses. I'm definitely gonna forget. I'd put Maruki and Akechi up top. Oh, they're all so good, don't make me choose. Watching the whole thing is definitely on my bucket list. It most certainly is, if it was a real thing. Is he? I see you have many fans of Low Poly Monkey. Scat the Waz! Haven't played it and wasn't really too pulled by what I saw to even try. I feel like I would have to be like good at executing the trip myself to pull that off. Oh, I've played this game before. I'd really want to get back into that. I don't know what that is. All I know is he affected it poorly. There's a Mario anime movie. Hey, I've considered it. No, I'm not playing big rigs. Good idea. I guess he is. Oh, I've got tons of those that you can see on my Patreon for free. I like Wii more in terms of the item balancing, and I guess the technical stuff you're able to pull off, but 8 Deluxe just, especially with the booster pass, it just eclipses Mario Kart Wii in terms of its content and its characters. Except for Funky Kong. I can, because then someone's gonna steal it. Yo, it sounds like a dinosaur, so I'm sure it's rad like you said. Sonic Rich? What is he? Is Sonic just making a lot of money? Wii Sports was definitely a really good introduction to the Wii motion controls that I feel like people kind of underestimate, because this was like one of the first times that this was kind of being done in gaming. So when you have Wii Sports packaged with the Wii, and everybody's just kind of like, what the heck does this do? And they have a game that shows you exactly how to work with the Wii remote, I think it was a pretty smart idea. I'm sorry, Namco, I haven't played this IP of yours. That feels more like a Cybershell video. No, don't get me started on all the ports that the classic Sonic games has, not just 3. I imagine that they're not purposely trying to mislead people, but kind of realize after the fact that there are some features that they showed in the trailers that they actually don't want to be in them. I already did that. Round characters with big eyes and not much features tend to be quote-unquote peak character design in a sense for some people because they're ridiculously easy to draw. Like, even, a little kid or me who has, like, little to no art experience can draw Kirby, or Jigglypuff, or Amogus, or any of the Fall Guys or stuff, you know? Like, or the Minions or something like that, you know? Like, when you make a small, round character with big eyes and not that many features, it tends to be a really good idea as, like, a mascot character, because everybody can draw the character and thus spread that character around, and thus they become a lot more notable in the whole realm of real life. Oh, there are definitely videos on that out there. I've seen some of them. The Kirby lore is kind of insane. What Mario Party Advance video? I think Bowser's Inside Story already kind of does that for us, huh? His body's quite livable in. What about the Bio Lizard? I mean, he's the ultimate life form or prototype to the ultimate life form. I think it's pretty cool. Try to talk about random indie games I haven't played. Well, I guess there's Shovel Knight and Cuphead, which I've been looking to get into. I always love stuff that can like challenge me a bit because I am a bit experienced with games and I've played them since I was like 4 or 5. And I've even played some harder ones when I was younger, like Super Meat Boy, and managed to get through it. So, stuff like Cuphead is definitely up my alley. What kind of question is this? Have you heard Wario speak? Have you learned the alphabet with him? Of course he's the greatest person. Wow, another person, back to back, about the mysterious burger guy of SA1. Huh. But I don't like the Mario Monopoly stuff, man, because, like, you own characters instead of locations. Isn't the whole point of Monopoly that you're supposed to be getting, like, locations? Not like, oh, you own Mario and you own Luigi. Like, what does that even mean? Why is Mario property? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'd say humans in the Mario universe are either whatever Mario and Luigi and Wario Waluigi are, or the new Donkers, I suppose, or what Pauline is. I will not rank Sonic characters by edibility. I think multiple pathways are cool. So the whole video is just me purchasing one of these things then. I just, like not even unpacking it, I just purchase it and that's the whole video. That's what you're looking for? I don't know, man. If YouTube was just full of that kind of content, I feel like people would get maybe a little bit frustrated. Pretty solid entry. Has a couple boards that are a little finicky, you know. I don't really like how the random board, the boo board, kind of resets each and every time. I think it'd be cool if you could play on the randomness of it just straight through and not have everything get shuffled around, but I think it's pretty solid. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 3. I don't know, just ate spaghetti. I actually have 2 videos on some of my Mario Maker levels, although they aren't the absolute best, because that was like when I was at the beginning of my level design analysis. Oh yeah, it'd go, actually, I've only played a little bit of Dream Team. I haven't played anything after that, because it just did not interest me that much, but top of the line would just be Bowser's Inside Story, you know? Like, it's really hard for anything to compete in that game in terms of Mario RPGs, unless Super Mario RPG itself is in the running. I wish there were more hubs to discuss whenever we talk about this, because the only games that come to mind is just SA1 and, I guess, Sonic Unleashed. And, like, I guess I could talk about 06, but how is that even a contender? You know, because, like, the Unleashed ones are kind of cute and the people you can talk to, but the SA1 ones are just, they're so wholesome. Are you talking about Sonic 3D Blast? Because I played through the whole thing and it's okay. I'm sorry, I don't really watch sports that often. I don't mean to let y'all down, but whenever I guess my favorite sport to spectate is basketball. I really like a lot of the movement in that game. I actually stopped playing Sonic Mania by the time I got to the oil zone. I don't know. Like, I just ended up being a little bit... I know a lot of people like it, and it's certainly a well-made game in terms of the movement and stuff. I just got so burnt out of having to replay so many of the zones I've been to already. And I understand that Act 2 of the zones tend to shake things up a bit, like Chemical Plant Zone Act 2 has like these bouncy goo and stuff, almost feels like Portal 2, right? A bit. But it just didn't really save it for me, because they were the same names, same environments, and it just kind of, like, I go from one zone to the next to the next. It didn't really feel like a sequel as much as it was just kind of a collection of previous zones with a few new ones. And I know it's kind of sad when I say that, because I know some of the developers wanted to just have new zones, but were kind of made to have old ones, so it's a little unfortunate. Yo, I love punching Goombas in Mario 64. Is this how I don't make a Zoom Psych video? Yeah. Wait, is that a mobile game? You have way too much faith in my musical talent. Oh god, that'd be so long. I don't know, man. Maybe Tails made some of his more modern designs. Oh gosh, all the blood would just rush to my head, unless you mean like flipping Mario 64 itself. I definitely won't remember to do this in editing. You're just trying to make chance time a constant thing, aren't you? No, because then I'll just keep talking about Kid Icarus! I think I've talked about my favorite Sonic cutscenes already. Favorite Sonic cutscene in SA2, but I'm sure there's a couple in Unleashed I could do. I don't even want to get into that. I was actually a big fan of Orange Yoshi way back when, but now I'm kind of starting to shift to just the regular green or pink. Oh, I wish I had the funds to pull this off. No! Don't ask me this question. Please don't ask me this question. What is Suck? I haven't watched the second movie yet, but I'm sure I'd enjoy it. The atmosphere's fine. You know, I don't really like colors overall as a game. I find the platforming should just be too much 2D and not as much, I don't know, just Sonic stuff going on. But I do like the aesthetic of the theme park. No. You really want me to break into all the characters' houses and do this, huh? I can actually do that, because I'm pretty sure I do have that. Stop spoiling videos! You should be sorry. Yes! They actually made a story mode in Just Dance. I believe it. I'd say my favorite Pokemon game was probably Heart Gold when I played it, but I really like Black because I think Pokemon Trainer N is pretty sick character. The way that he doesn't really like using Pokemon to fight, so he'll release them every single time you fight him. He has like a different team. I think that's pretty cool. Well, I think that would just be identifying luck, right? Oh, would Luncheon Kingdom smell really good or absolutely atrocious? Oh, I love their level transitions. They're incredibly charming. Rating the quality in this video, you mean like rating the quality of this video? I mean, that's up to you guys. I'm trying to get to over 1,100 comments and stuff, so I imagine this is going to be a bit of a doozy, so it's up to you how good you feel like the video is. I saved you all from this suggestion. It's amazing! No, we can't break any of those. I can't spoil! Maybe your render distance was set too low. Why wouldn't it be? My favorite stage to play in Sonic Generations was probably Modern Rooftop Run or Modern Sky Sanctuary. I don't know, those ones I had a lot of fun with. I don't know what joke you're making. I have seen a bit of Amori, but I swear if I boot up that game for the first time and I see a banana straight out the gate, I hate you. My favorite link is from the Legend of Zelda manga that you find at the end of the Hyrule Historia book. That guy's a Chad. Stop it. Oh, but there's so many of them. Haven't they all kind of been discovered and, like, put into a video before? I don't think he earned it legally. Well, I mean, you know, Dream Team did just kind of reuse the same mechanic from Bowser's Inside Story, and that's part of the reason why I didn't enjoy it as much, but, you know, I mean, maybe I can give it a second shot. Ah, this would be a chill experience. Yeah. Low Poly Dragon? Where would I find that? I'd personally fix up the banner a little bit, kind of clean things up, make sure that the characters are fully visible. Your characters are getting, like, cut off at the very edges of the banner, and the text is a little bit stretched. So make sure the text isn't as stretched, and make sure the characters are fully visible on the banner. We already talked on this. Haven't played it, but I'll probably form an opinion on that at some point. Rocks 2? Are you talking about that version of Super Mario Brothers that was, like, remade, like, to include some, like, radio, like some Japanese radio talk show host or something like that? That is so interesting to me. I do want to play through that at some point. That was a bad joke. Because I told him to be. I don't know if I'd be able to do that with over 1,000 of you guys. No, it couldn't be. No. Yeah, I mean, you go through the same level 10 times because you're forced to. You're probably not going to have the most fun with it. Well, whereas City Escape, you go through that level multiple times because you wanted to. Just avoid. They probably would. I mean, Sonic runs over them. His shoe dust and dirt's probably all over the, like, candy and stuff. You probably wouldn't want any of that. I really, really appreciate the Pokemon sprites of ages old. I prefer them to the 3D models now. I just feel like they have more character. Am I allowed to answer Master Hand and ask why he's not a playable character? You talk about Beatmania. I'm a fan of Funyuns, personally. Well, there we go. They make perfect sense. What are you talking about? When you look at the map and you see one location that's next to another, and you're in that location, you can literally see that location at the exact angle that you would expect to. There's no reason to say this. Isn't every Sonic game underrated? Or overrated? Or both? Yoshi's. One, because it lacks, like, almost all the things that, you know, every other Mario Party has afterwards and made Mario Party what it is today, I feel. Like, there's just no items, there's little choices that you can make on a lot of the boards, the models, you know, everything is just kind of, you know, a little lackluster. I don't know, just probably Mario Party 1. I'd probably play 9 over 1. Maybe? I don't know. Holy crap. Would I? I'm not sure. You know, the first thought that came to mind is one that I probably shouldn't say. Which Master Duel music? I don't know, maybe they just took a portal there or something. Oh, thank you. I read Mario Power Up and then tier list, and I thought you were gonna ask me to rate them by edibility or something again. Oh man. What are zooming Mario Party minigames? You mean ones that you go really fast? I know, I'm overdue for a Zelda video. Gosh darn it, you guys! I prefer the sequel. I love like I should. Colonel. Pumpkin Hill. I don't really read that many webcomics. No, please, I have to forget about the Goomba jerky. I feel bad for the Goombas. Haven't played it. I'm so bad because I didn't know which Joker you were referring to. Man, someone should make a video series on that. No Roblox. No. Yes. No. It's alright. It got really bogged down by the first little stuff that we were shown, but as more stuff gets shown, I'm growing more confident in it. How many re-releases of the Sonic Classic games do we need? Yes. Creepypasta. There's new Super Mario Brothers Creepypasta? My merch, which, you know, doesn't exist yet. You want me to go through a bullet hell? No. Neat. Only game I can really talk about is Path of Radiance. Screw Cackletta. I remember seeing Mario outrunning the truck from City Escape. That was a good time. What if I don't want to let it rip? Oh gosh, all the star coins tier list? Oh, who would even make something like that? Bubbas. What? I, you know, kind of wish I knew how to dance, but not that kind of dance. I don't know, why not? Probably whenever I say it is. This is something you can do? I feel like that just hurt people's eyes. Are you threatening me too, pea shooter? Nah, you can keep it. And Knuckles? JoJo's video on Kirby, so you don't even want a video from me on Kirby? Z. And I guess S could be right below it. Which one? Yes. Movie's probably better, honestly. I don't think I have enough leveled up amiibo for that. Oh yeah, I'd have to kind of challenge the fan dub in that regard. Smash Bros. Metal Gear Solid. I'll make a Vex video at some point. I'm okay. Easily chance time. It shakes up the game completely. E. And that is all 1,145 of you guys. Oh my gosh. I need to talk about this. I have to. There's no way around it. So, first of all, this thing was not recorded in one sitting. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. It was not recorded in one sitting. Here I am. It is currently August 1st, 8:11 p.m. The time I am recording this. This right now. I started the recording, right, when I first began it, like over a month ago. I started it. I started it on like June 30th, or I'm sorry, like June 27th or something like that. And then I realized just how much I was going through and how long it was taking. And I decided to do a chunk every other day or something. And I had a trip that was planned, so I couldn't do it for like a week. And then I got COVID. And I had returned like a week ago, and I was still just laying in bed, and my muscles were sore, and I had a sore throat, and my coughing. It's just... I was so naive to believe at the beginning of the video. For you guys, this is just a 2.5 hour long video. It wasn't anything for you. But the recordings, in between them, were days. Days and days of recordings. Like maybe between screenshot number 200 and 201, a week had passed. But for you guys, it was just, nothing, right? But for me, this has been a ridiculously long video that had no right to be as long as it has been in terms of like how long it's taken to produce because of the trip I went on and because of COVID just harkening me down. But we got through it. Some of the screenshots I did not comment on because they weren't suggestions. They were just, telling me to have a nice day. And I appreciate those. They weren't really suggestions, and I know the E I said wasn't really a suggestion either, but I pick and chose, just what was in my head at the time. I apologize if you weren't shown, or if you genuinely did have a suggestion and you weren't shown. That was my fault. I wish I could have talked more on each of the suggestions, but this is honestly probably the last time I'm going to do something like this. Because if I do another June Zoom and there's another finale and I'm responding to all the comments and my channel is even bigger and there's more comments, it's just going to be a never-ending video. I remember that the first June Zoom had a finale just like this one. Remember, the second one didn't have a finale like this one, but the first one, I went through all of them, but it was more organized. I actually had videos, I actually had images, and I had combined some of the comments. And I apologize that this video isn't as polished as that one. It's in part because this video took a lot to get through, and frankly, I didn't want to spend a ton of time going through each of them, making sure all the comments had their stuff and organizing all of them again. It just would have taken even more time than what this one had, and I was planning on doing it when I got back from my trip, but then I got COVID, and I'm like, I kind of want to get to videos again, but I still have to finish this video, right? I don't want to spend the time to do all the images and video stuff. I hope they just kind of appreciate the work of me going through all the comments regardless. So I genuinely hope you guys enjoyed, and I appreciate all of you guys for kind of understanding everything that had gone on during the good old June Zoom 3 and crap like that. Oh my gosh. I just want to finish a June Zoom. I just want to like the first one was finished and stuff. I'm just I'm so bad at like committing hard to this. I learned a lot from this June Zoom, and I enjoy a lot of the videos that I had put out. Some of the videos, like the Goopy the Quick one, just, exploded for no reason whatsoever. I wish I knew which ones were going to explode beforehand so I could give those ones some extra polish, especially considering the Goopy the Quick one was a theory video, and some people are poking holes in some of it that I have to respond to in comments over and over again, and at that point I just have to put a pinned comment, I enjoyed a lot of the videos I had uploaded there. I do have to apologize, though, that I did repeat myself a lot in this video, because there were a lot of, like, repeat comments, so I did repeat a lot, and I'm sorry if I repeated, like, long sentences, too, because I forgot what I said over a month ago. Like, there were some responses I'm like, oh, I might have responded to this in a different way already, so I am so sorry if you've watched this 2.5 hour video, or 2 hour video here, and I just repeated the same answer to the same question in the same way. I am so sorry if I went on autopilot like that and didn't really think hard to the other stuff. And I also apologize to anyone who said, oh, insert this thing into the video, and I didn't end up doing it. I hope my acknowledgement of your comment was enough for you. This video won't be monetized or anything like that. This is just my way of giving back to you guys, because I really do appreciate all of you guys for, sharing this stuff around, or just, just kind of watching and enjoying the vibe. I don't make all the right decisions with stuff, Like, I wish that I prepared a little bit more for these June Zooms, so stuff doesn't end up getting canceled or delayed or any of the other stuff. Or I wish I didn't promise things or announce projects and then have to kind of change my mind on them because I didn't think about it beforehand, such as with the sticker star video. So I hope you guys can forgive me for the sticker star thing. Again, I don't know, I don't really feel as comfortable in making a forced positive video on something like that. Like I said I would. I do want to do a sticker star video at some point in the future, so for now, just kind of let it leave your memory, I apologize for that. So just kind of let it leave your memory, and when the video, comes up, there you go. It will come up and everything will be nice and good. I appreciate all the memberships I've been getting. It really helps out a lot. It goes towards the Zyke editor fund. I am not getting an editor yet. There have been a lot of people emailing me and DMing me on Discord and DMing me on Twitter about like, hey, Zoom Zyke, I'm interested in the editing position. And it's like, I really appreciate the enthusiasm, but I haven't put up applications yet, Like, just to those of you people doing it, or who are thinking of doing it, just hold off for now, I know y'all are very excited to kind of like shoot your shot, but just hold off for now. I want to be able to, some people were even suggesting like doing it without pay for a little bit. And I'm like, look, dude, if you're going to be doing work for me, like, you're going to get paid, Like, I'm not out here having people like put in like some elbow grease and stuff and like I'm not paying them. That I feel like that would be kind of bad and like just kind of taking advantage of someone in a sense, Like, even if they say, oh, I just want to do it for the experience, it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel the most comfortable. So once I am in a position to actually pay someone a good amount, for the work that they are doing, that is when I'm going to open up applications. You will know when I do it. I will probably maybe upload a video on it, community post, Twitter, stuff like that. So, man, I'm just trying to think that there was some stuff I wanted to cover. I am going to start uploading, and this isn't like an empty promise, but I am going to start uploading a bit more frequently. Now, I have said this before. This is something that you guys are just going to have to trust me on, of course. But my channel has had this problem of like having like long delays between uploads or just upload every day. And I do want to kind of stop doing that. Because it's either super high energy or like no energy. And now I'm kind of in the middle now. I'm kind of good. I kind of know what I need to do to grow my channel, and I have a lot of ideas for things that I do want to tackle in the future, and I might have a collab or two coming up with some people that I feel would be a lot of fun, and I want to get back into live streaming and all that. There were some things in my life that had taken up a bit too much of my time than I had liked, and I thought I could do them simultaneously with making videos, but I decided to kind of relegate those responsibilities to other people whom I trust very much, And there are some things in my life that I'm putting on a little bit lower priority. Like, I have been gaming a lot, but I'm going to put that on lower priority because I want to make a lot more videos about games, and there's a lot of stuff I want to express. And I feel like I've kind of gotten into a rhythm of, like, a formula a bit with my videos, and I don't want to stay into the same exact formula over and over again. So kind of like with the level design stuff, I want to, although it is nice to be able to have a series of like Sonic Adventure 2 level design analysis, I want to be able to grow those. I want each one to be better than the last. I don't want them to just be the exact same on the account of them being formulaic. I feel like that's just me coping with the fact that I'm not putting in as much effort as I could. So I want to make sure that they are better, So those are all the different things that are on my minds. I am so sorry for this video, this June Zoom 3 finale coming out in August, not even July. Like if it came out in July, it's like, oh yeah, it's a couple days late. Don't worry, don't sweat it, Zoom Zyke. But now it's coming out in August. It's just, I had tested negative on COVID a couple days ago. So the moment I tested negative, I'm like, all right, it's time. Let's go. Let's get down to it. So that's why I actually recorded a portion of this video when I was at the near end of my COVID. I don't know if you guys are going to know which portion of the video it is. It's about like 100 to 150 screenshots near the end, probably once I get into the 700s. You guys don't know what the numbers are unless you were counting or whatever, and I'm not going to section this video off, but you might be able to hear it in my voice, because one screenshot I'm just talking normal like this, and then the next one I might sound a little congested, and then I sound good again because I started this recording. So I make it sound a little bit more complicated than it actually is. For you guys, it's just going to be one straight shot video, but for me, oh yeah, just went far. But yeah, I know I'm all over the place right now, so I hope you can forgive me on that. I know I've been apologizing a lot, but I do feel like I owe you guys a bit of an apology on like how delayed all these things have been, and I know I'm rambling a bit, but I tested negative, and I'm like, all right, I want to get back into the swing of things. These are the videos I want to make. There's a lot of there's some more some heartfelt stuff I really want to get into. I don't want to just do the level design stuff the entire time, and when I do the level design stuff, I want to kind of expand upon that, you know? So I think that's everything. I think that's everything on my mind. Yeah, if you have any questions for me, you can feel free to ask. I have been getting sponsorships recently by Skillshare. This video is not sponsored by Skillshare, by the way. I have been getting some sponsorships recently, and I think they're pretty cool. Like I'm getting some stuff about that, and I'm like, whoa, dude, this is cool. We're kind of entering the big leagues. I'm still trying to figure out how to make them the most fun to watch, you know, because like some people are down for watching sponsorships of people's videos that make them fun and stuff, and I can understand why some people may be a bit turned off by maybe one of the two that I've been doing. Didn't really like how I went about the sponsorship. I apologize for that. I promise you, I'm not falling into a pit with this kind of stuff. I'm genuinely trying to figure out how to make them the most interesting that I can. So I'm kind of new to this stuff as well. I know some people, might say that I give off this huge, like, aura of confidence with this stuff, and I am very confident in terms of the video making and some of my potential. But in terms of the sponsorship stuff, like, I'm completely new to this, so I apologize if the sponsorship stuff isn't like super interesting. I want to kind of incorporate into videos a bit better. Other than that, I still need to change the banner. It's been saying June Zoom 3 for the longest time. By the time this video is uploaded, it's going to be changed. But right now, as of this recording, the banner is still June Zoom 3. It says daily uploads. Oh, that hurts so much. Next June Zoom. I'm really going to nail it down. And I would like to do some more events. And I got a lot of stuff on my mind. A lot of stuff I do want to get to. I appreciate you guys a lot. I appreciate all the comments that I received. And the comments in this video, weren't used for a June Zoom 3 video. However, I will use when I said I was going to write some of them down, I do mean that. There were some of the ideas that I'm like, oh, yeah, this was an idea that I already had, which I, kind of poked fun at. Or there were some ideas that I didn't have, and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. And then I think about it in my head, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to add this onto that. So if I use like one of the video ideas that like you say here or something, right, in a future video, then yeah, I'm just going to put the credit in the description and be like, oh, I was, like this video idea is credited to this person, or even if I was influenced by it, right? So if someone says, oh, you should make a video on this topic, right? And I kind of make a video that's a little bit separate from that, but I clearly in my head got influence from that person's comment, then yeah, I'll credit them. I think that makes sense, But obviously, if I just come up with a video completely on my own, right, then I'm not going to credit anyone with the idea. That's kind of the logic I'm using for this. But I do appreciate all of your guys' suggestions. Obviously, I'm not going to get to them all. Some of the stuff I don't really vibe with as much. So that is everything. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all the memberships and all that. I know I already said that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. Might be a couple days for the next uploads. I hope you can bear with me on that. So I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Farewell.